Me mama nyinachi.
Ejoso.
Well, Mama started on a good note. Yeah, then I'm so then every day is another day to be grateful and thankful. On the bad note, I'm the carrier of those messages.
It's true, especially I didn't change Sarah. And then you'll be answering at it. And so when you're okay, okay,
so
okay, so me share Facebook Fred Mensa and also sad news. We have lost our MP PC from Fantaman, Honorable Call Hayford Kwansa. He was shot dead by armed robbers this dawn when he was returning from campaign at Dominase to his residence at Mankesim. Are we safe? This is so sad. Rest well. Tinimfoni ewaha the campaign.
Well, soon you're the to studio, but I'm sure says a viewers in Kaya. 2 weeks, Nana.
2 weeks.
Yes.
No, and then 3.
2 weeks.
And then 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks.
And then 2 weeks.
And you call one man. And then you could in common.
Salt pond.
Yeah.
Into the Ebema her for Kaye, Papa Tente Gramo to na
say, yeah, missing the teen now for the same year.
How can
yeah, because over time I'm doing really tipa say difference woman. There's a so MP. Maybe a
statement.
Wow. Blocking of road, shooting of the driver, ye ni pana wo nyina egu form akwam. Na yeku ono nko.
Nwanwa. Amrob ena de na mo fae. E de na mo gigi free akwantufo ho. Ade na mo say ye day say. Ade na mo say ye bosomi say. Ade na mo say ye afi say. Obi papa. Ebi kura no onim obi ebi wo ha na enye na busuani direct na so de wo ye ma no. Ai na wayi na free hoyi. Ede ya na wo fa. Na ebi ase wo bu ne namu, bi a ne nsa bi mpa, nka ne yeso admission. Na enya ho akohwe ne bi. Wayi na free ho just like that. Ede asema. De ne ye je. Aha nyina ya ba ya ye twam keke. Ebe bi bedru a unhu obi abiem. A moyi ye nyina free hoyi. Radio hu ya mobo. On kan ye hu.
Diamond.
Papa.
Bibi o ha bekana. Also why part of us in Emmanuel just ordinary sir.
And the part of us no so why ye fam no just last 2 weeks. And they fear that and it was exactly 2 weeks and ne pepe. I was sort on the any share. Auntie. Well, yeah, my gun and then a bushia for and they sort on 4 and pesos for. Yeah, well.
Yeah, that dear chimo where dia fit. Eh, obi o ye ne campaign. Say enra no kura say na nani abre. Ene nkofo kasa. Na dear chin ya, you say aboni tuo. Enya so admission wa free. Eh ya o. Erade nchichire constituency ni nyina won mo re. Na yire ene ne mma ne na busua. Ya me nchichire mo re na eden. Ya menno a wode ma no. A wosa ebo are chichire no. Na obo arefie no. Obeje mo. Mo ahwe mo. Mo akra mo. Ono abon so nyame fa okra ensie. Is so painful. So painful. Yeah. Because sanki enim say 2 weeks be bad na ye hu ni biema. Ebi anke be ni ma bebre. Ti ya. E dia na ye ji wo wiase. Ya ho amanfrafo aye twem keke. Adum bi ne opportunity bi na Awurade de amaye. Ti ne ye koba. Ti se wutimi ehwe wonu anim bonu tuo kunu a ene wonnam aye kan sese na no demu a wo kan bie. Nti eye ma wo. Eye ma wo.
Well, in all sense, no matter how hurting, painful, oh, say, Radin for the currency.
Amen.
If we are to follow where they are, the meaning Ukraine moving forward today in a big problem for some of us. Because that personal engagement.
And they ate you.
Just any at Hokra, Sabre Crano, not a Hokra stati here. Just our one good
MC, you can't say.
I grab for me to a suman. Kelly.
Yeah, Mr. Kelly. Anna, the candidate is what they say.
The candidate.
Aye, above.
And the Mikaya Obaye Noa. Or more
body
man, I could now I have for Nintendo.
And about baby, I'm a Saka, Yadamo Minchuano, or Muye, they didn't bash or Mupejano. Now, her Bemma, I think it's a mamma, quiet you. What do you have any idea? So, she.
The Mikaya and the Minkai baby on my hair. Just
a home for Nina Bedamani, so they and set up on yet to her, and they said, dear, one more cassa. I'm so wow.
So they're not all Barbara Nenoa. Now, what's her lane white year? You baby, I him for you, and you must say a man, a conya. And they said, oh, Cassa memem, a bread room or son pensim, and they said they are born a boom. Ne kasa ne ne nyuma pa because me den one am come ko be din kra bi well
okay so the way I say e be this come away some of what to your double cat e be bro no chi me one of say and akoye fiada e de agokansi e de ahosepe e de afisem and e de pensem mu so e be bro ni nyina mu nim say hu achichiri nyina it is not a joke e hu achichiri ye nyina enti ni nyina ne say I really did, but when you mean you say no, and the empress Yebeshe Niatana, if the definition of life, see, no, acquire in the hands of Unyame entity. Yes, sir. Diamond, graphics is saying.
Graphics say a car and if one no a dionum 59 days near Kotuaba. Na about 2 pen sooner. It will be a share now, so would be an pay na. Graphic any man say no. Some can see our born the roye presec school for ye. And Mammy Ayana with this national science and math quiz no him. And now funny wa ha just a presec phone and raw more. A dim kunima will crow on crewa. Entiano pay was 2020 NSMK presec champs. Na so far was share a jadi any for the human honsome so real and chairman so near say 1D1F creates 140,000 jobs. Enti one district, one factory no. Ejuma ama fuenya no. Empem wo ha ene eduana 140,000 jobs ena ediaba. Na mampeni so ba mane esa vigilante law no. Ehume na ba ene ehume jaba. Se so mu ebeka wo pa. Enti ose vigilantism law will bite. President wants. We daily graphic there.
Ghanaian time the Bokrata ne dia no pay. Also dia bani mampani adodan kwakufu ado na ba ni mo hai. Ukope 12 asem ni nyina wo ho. Osi chiefs are relevant for national development. Oman be ko so betum pon ahemfudi makotene. Nti se nananom mu hensemu mansotwenom ne ade ba mu aya na hadwene. Nti ne nsama mampani de atodwa eno no. Eno akire no we na wo kan wo kokan wo Upper East. Wo fasa konya isonso akate sod. Solid waste plant no. And then wapa ho entoma NDC page 13 the Bokrata Ghanaian Times siyasa de aba wo kan sisu dia say one more promise on free primary health plan no ebeba mu den ti de yansa Ghana for kokromuti no da no wo de bema NDC na wani so ade hunu no abamu amamo okọ eye page 13 honom na after day 4 12 presidential candidates filed nomination forms for December 2020 polls. And who some the Bokrata idea base say the presidential candidate 12 and I want to seek electoral commission say one so ebe premampani adwani bia Ghanaian time the Bokrata one so man boy ne ano pay one so a day aba I don't know
me the Herald no etwas no pay Herald enim ha no enfoni bia wa ha so afọ show man sika sam so rack no foriata na mambro ni bi so da ha ne ni dan na Akonsia oye EU ambassador ena ma Michelle Ayokobocha o show me yama no ne ɛho ensem so ne nyina say also finance minister fights European Union over money laundering blacklist cries on fairness and hypocrisy to EU ambassador to Ghana. Enti no ye de ekoso bi no ba kozo a hositasa no and new Edubiase police play games with court warrant in journalists arrest. Enti the Herald hanso de wa ha no bi eno no.
Guide the Obokrata no ne dia wode abeni am color blind nana warns vigilantes eno eho asam kope 3 at Obokrata yi de aba ewo ahanom sei ntino munya hweyie mu a mabunu titu ye mu deduum munkodi ewo munkoye se wa batuo mu no nana se edu ho no mu a onim party bia emra ne chew ne ye chew pa se wudi nyamran sem bia nsem fata eno ubedi se de tie delegate Obokrata ne de no Nana, former first lady, Nana Konedu, and a obo EC abaso okope 6 ewo ho. Ama say, they say we free say o jina independent candidate no. We had the MPP moja no ewo ni mu enti eho asem the Obokrata delegate and so e aba ewo ha. And adwuma so afrase say the Obokrata Ghanaian Times e de eba ye no waste plant na mampani e de so abo former ye ba be hyase ewo Upper East no the Obokrata delegate so e de aba ene anopa ne nsem afoforo bia unya bi ekania nso ebeboa wo ewo ho
they see
young any weekend crusading guidance so e de aba a purported reduction of question nyantachi's live ban and no some pay 3 and 10 and also omodi abasade news no sports for day amaye no bani e ban for live in yesi ateso e dey about 12 years a weekend crusading guide dey for front so aba mampani so awode abo form say ye recycling plant Upper East yanyama wo mo no eno so e dey aba enura ewiase nyina da ye yidi esi wo eka ani eho asem ye hwe ani eho asem ye obi oho no ma na ne ti na ne ba bi ye ne ya onim se eye etipaya na bibisa ene ha no bia na ye ni no ene ho to twuma nti bibia wote wo widiem ya akọ hospital ansa nti yedi saada no strong kokra ho atsam nie ena prior so MPP candidates nso submitting forms I just all prem shebedwa no weekend crusading guide ne de eno no na yenko yechi 2 weeks today ne ye wo Mfanteman constituency South Pond amrashebedwa ni ekọ Hayford Kwansa any team ni nyina baaye ni edi nkomo de dank ya hwe ni mu 7 December ade na bekoso wo Mfanteman ena ade achi ye nipa bi agye ne nkwa afri ne nsem yenkohwe playback yi embra
obetime sisudua sa susudua miensa we aye de hwe aye nyina so akoto aba oso opo no ye ka udi mutintima ya mama abakosenche
yo amahi MC omdo ozikan madawasi na mafa kwenya studio na yada oye multimedia group of company asipade inde wazi dumezi suku waza abachimfu na nanuma inde yeti wana asase do yabada wana asipapa osande na nanum won kocha na wo be no obi e de Mfanteman na chimfu ya wazoyi Minister Chief Executive Musumo Bana Bado Papa Sunday Yabe Ishe Jumazo Okodi na security wise na zina na wahwema Jumazi oti dem so wakodo na mendo bia so hobiasi na memfa sedaka sesuma me former MP sa waye juma Musuma ba maboso do Michelle Honorable Steve na Samoboatin Honorable Akwena Stevia na minchi my brother James Son NDC candidate in the hene bi na yebise wan and I am the papa there in that damn day na ya twando obabe waba osande in that ya motuma de nyema amayezi ache oye Mfanteman na nititu atemfo was e go mami 3 years 9 months na ewumi na eka odosunkwa menyi oye Mfanteman in terms of the way I mean was in Kitao, maybe constituency, the way a constituency for one some or you may have some be na some of them public relation, I mean constituency. Now in Titu Bebuna, one Mfanteman, one Kanko, one Dajin, Oyama Suzia, Namunda in Kitao Zipazi, Yabam Mfanteman, Waka Empia, what were Baman, Eshishana. De bia ibohun de bia botuma kan wasama chena iya research obi abeka cho there iba central regional where you ya oya kokwan say phone.
I see. Everything, and no man and son, concentrate on. In here, make a step and so cook Ruby Aswa, Usha Kuno, the Adom Ayomodagini. A 5 for her. And number 1, a Krona Casanso Frumano, Adisiawa. Number 2, the Tosubium, a Jadi, and Yapomudin. Yes, a 5 for 1 hour, I want so. In Kitaudia, 1% money a banya. Impuntu a 1% about my brabum. I won't come to say.
You yaba be me the Azar our friend for Juma or Yazar yekede yaba be ma yeboshe na yetu anamano Sunday nyamba be mun na Azar no how oye wana wako for Juma only Azar our friend premix na obi ozidasi there yaba be mun initial na premix no mba wa watide ma oye afrodom no open but yetu anamon sisia waka premixa sisia afrafo na nkasa wozidasi there premix no aba mesisi ampo ebokwa hema bia na premix no guo auto de bien premix na nkasa oban mfaso a other premix wonya normal no so wonya eba ba mu yetu na mama project a ya wo premix fans ekwo baby to there hustles in one school down or a 6-unit classroom block. Na school need one passer. But here ben a catcher has the premises sika, yes boku down, equal soza, yes the premises can, yes they could do as I'm on. Equal oya anchor fla. Yeah, can say yes the premise can, yes I say oya 3 units classroom block, yes I'm anchor full. Equal anchor soda, yes see, oya 6-seater toilet, yes I'm anchor soda for what use for premise in equal abanza. Abanbiba, Abanbiko, na premixing premise development in Oini Aza, Abanbia our measure, Eco Crobit Abanza, 8 years of NDC, 8 years of NDC, Sika NDC, forward to more account my Abanzaman, yeah 15,000, 15,000, MPP 3 years, 9 months, 60,000 Ghana cedis, 60,000 cedis.
As against 15,000.
As against 15,000
for 8 years.
For 8 years. And these are the figures I am telling you.
Are you just quoting for
15,000 against 60,000? You can verify it. This is a verifiable information. Apart from that, premix, yabe, aza ya in there. Man before na wahu namun. Wada ya bo wabado ya encourage one. Na azibia our friend ahotu ovin. Yabe. Yes, almost about 30. Yes, about there 1 year sampling because here under namna wahun so one who near was a call outside that when you out of
exactly
into under Ministry of Fishes. Yeah, a project. Yes, about 30 years about yes, I'm why a sample I will confirm before the end of the year. Yes, almost about 120. Yes, Baba.
No, cause some na the Ocean TV so ne fear that bit is a sabria. And ne akwakodu stop abonten so. Ebra na papa ne oman hindi nkita ho no na abobeye te se no wotwe no nkono empemu ho baby ye fiada te se de ye gina ha fiada ya ye adwuma ya for Super Fridays was salt pond enne na wotwe so mienu no na tetrema am pronti na ayama wa hu de na ekoso enne na wotwe pepepe oman ne afia still ano Ebusia titiri ya mamu yako mpeso asofo mpotemofo nyina mfanteman no ne Ghana nkasanso ya nkasanso krema ho yako because onipa na watwe mienu ne nepepepe na oni ne ti ho sei me kai se me ni ahemfo ne kasa kra me du ne sunam ka se opani de me ni nkomo ansa nti se me modin ya na ma ho a me nya awu ne momu no ma he ne obedi nkomo ene se ne na watwe ne fie pepepepe na watwe mienu ne well
asam no emu oja na chasa wodwen ho a wonti ase me na ma asam ya de me kan ne se edi a ka de obunenem anane nsa
na ko bunenem wa den kra
oh se ne de wo pe de nti a wo kum wo boni tuo no na nka de achi ye nki ati ye yesi oh ono abo akonfo ko buni nti aboni tuo amana kan nsa na ne obi akwa ma ne hyede ne ya akọ ba we die
me se efia
shemu
asem ase John kan ya wo wu ya de bia me kai ne se o se kwa me amanyosem ya ye yesu adwuma ye didi no no nanso so obi adwuma bi a woye bi adidi no sa temu ho ma no de a ene yenso de aya ye fa no kwati kwan so entro aye die ene ewudi sem aye di no kwame da ko ye bebu hu akonta de bia me kai se John was asem no ho amanyosem ya ye eno an yesu ye didie na so bia so adwuma woye didie no da ko bebu hu akonta de a kwame ya amanyofo nso de aya ye fa no kwati kwan so track esi aya ye die ewudi aye die no da ko yenso ye bebu ye hu atanyu Sir John nyame fa kransie yi na nyame fa honorable so kransie
me question ne say mo say robbery attack enti e de na abambofo antimi ama ho e na mo say cars stop ye den na ye hunu say honorable no ne car nie and ye you obi asi say robbery a ono nko a pie ye no ne ebo ni ti obi bia nkoso wo other cars ni mu that's some no odwene ho a won ti ase nyame ne nyankopon papa ya adwene mam ye hunu de e koso a
nyame nenim
oh
nyame nenim na sese kura ne yire nim se mi ku ko campaign abawo afa ye bo ne yire amane a wa hwe time sa ahomache du ya okuwa
obata na sese kura no social media ne de ye no ohun say nka first no a social media Facebook bi ani ho no wate before obusuafo betia kura na da ho da
de komo bi ayiwa ma wadidi kura dada
Mama de to akase so
kase no makenkan fi se ade ache ese ye de osman na juma no pa mi de bedwam kase e na esmo na me sha se nipa wo gina ewo ye okakwe south na wo kase NDC fu akwadwo adwuma wo mo ye no interchange ho wo circle ho no e na ama ensuo bi ato a na eyiafa omanfo na obeti bi onso se o se free primary health care na NDC for say abato no nkunimdie koma wo mo a won de beba no wo mo de oil revenue no na ebebo ho bra abusua we ne nsem bi ka ho na meken kan ama o se bedwam kasia no pe ne de fia de ehinimi ana se October bosome no ne da etoso enkro me sha asiese onipa wato ne so aba dada na wo twen se ono no begina wo Kaikwe South na wa premra sebedwa akonwa no ewo NPP amanyoko no dimu eye Dakoa Newman na Dakoa Newman na wo bo Misra NDC amanyoko no wa memu apenso echi se na anu yi interchange a wo ye no circle ho yi a wato din se Dubai no akwadwura dwuma wo ye yenti na wantene won ho anye no enene ensuo to a na ensuo eyira for manfo.
The thing is, we wouldn't be having this problem. That is the truth. Because if we had the right passage for the water, it would not be stagnant at one place. If it has that right gradient, that the water's supposed to slope now in Sunafa, we shouldn't be having this problem. So the idea is, Semeba, Yabeshe, Naya ni se Obia yebi, Obanswa, Niaube to me ayabwa, so that because problem still persist. And they want to make Kase, why? Problem is persist there inti mo obi anye inti na MPP no yakase won fa to me na my MP ye nim say ebetumi aye ni ye na ye be ye nso e das
ye mampeni burakuro ma nim say ebeti ase
Abusia me to aso onsanfo from the National Democratic Congress NDC chinyamanyoko no enra wo yen central for enhyiamu na wonsem bia wo kan ye e wo dwumede na se wo manifesto ho nsem afa apomode ho nsem ase tumi no be ye won dia wo de bebo Ghana fo ho bra na wo kan se primary health care no e be kodi ama Ghana de hye bia na sika wo de bebo ho bra no wo be ye fi eye emfasode a fam wo a wo tu no memu no wo nya free me chere oyo fund nim
nipa bebre na se omo yare krampo a omo ko chips compound a eya na sika krampo a ombetua no ayeden fi so man ni mu ayeden omo ko health center eno so no ombetua kakra na ayeden omo ko polyclinic na ombetua kakra na ayeden district hospital na ayeden NSA adia ye de bibi ba a ye frɛ no free primary health care no ne kire ni say President Mahama eba be ye ai president etoto eniema yie sania ai waka no oko district hospital ebe free oko polyclinic ebe free oko health center ebe free oko chips compound ebe free wuntua sika wuntua taku mpo na eno ene ya hwe hu se enye hwa ye be hwe wo ho ne pe nanso ye mpese obekọ asipiti na asipiti na ukọ no ukọ ekotenasia ebia don hwere mienu ene fa achi na ye hwe wo fise nipa amakọ ho no bodoso enu ntimi aye ka ne se drug store na eben wo pharmacy store na eben wo no ye ne omo eba bedi intawantawa aka yiti abom aka yadwen abom aka odo abodom na care na omo provide no yama omo apagya care no na aban ye betua sane ye be ya enye obia krambo na behia se obekọ district hospital ana obekọ polyclinic ana obekọ health center ebia na eye o blood pressure pe na opese o ye de o check bp o kwa na ya check ama se ebehia se ye ma okoko hu doctor no aye de wako akwa ko hu doctor ebia na eye umoja emu ene ye pese ye hwe ehu se ebia diabetes wo ma na no so ya hwe aban ebetua enti we ya ye nyina se ebeboa ama ukọ district hospital a untua ska enti uwo ba bi te se akwatia ukọ St Dominic Hospital untua uwo ba bi te se New Dublin ukọ St Joseph Hospital esan se aban ebetua enti no ukọ a untua
wo oti manta monsomra sebejani owo ho de mamafo wo krachi Eastern Michael Yaujato na openi de soso akọ fom akosia ya sabia de ama omafo a wo mo wosa empotem ho mekre krachi East Kroponim se ne be ya wa pomude ho nsem no enema bia wo hia ne akade bia ebeboa ma akonkan no saafo no so enya bi de abo wo ho bra
ya mampeni burakwo ma enim se beti asemde na mom ana yeshia no ne epese ye ni se aha no epese ye put into shape se ne be ya ye betimi ayusu we no dia hwehwehwe ayarefo kakra kosi se omo yare ne be se yare a ese omo refe omo ko region na yamfa bedding no na pressure no ankoto region no so because the regional hospital no Nyankopon be ya dom na se omo bini betu na no tu ya what we need to do ni se e was say ye make sure say oti region na dia enye bi adamba enko ade nti asede say be make sure say there's another one na be boa yen na pressure ankoda doctor for no mo bibi
Afeyenko fomina na Philip Foria Santiago dono afrene se pofa ena wo ka kire omanfo a ewo fomina empotemo se senye se na nadoda nkwa kufuado ebeye mampani ewo ebra covid nso eyi ne ti sa abra no amu a anka ebeyire pa ede amaga na fo tituru enema ne hyehyede amampani ne naban de gu akwamu a wode abo Ghana fo ho ban efa eye covid-19 ho na Philip Ofori wono ena woye NPP onipa wo gina wo sama nyoko ne di mu apremra sebedwa no akonwa wo fomena mpotemo
mra conscience for say ye to aba e de adanana kufu ado ase wo said wo pagya Ghana akoduro obesom na Ghana tete pansam anywhere even in covid look at what at the end of papa no why ade be say onyu to fobi to onyu mo se ye nyankopon eto da wo de ye kosi ansa na wo ya be kire na na kufu ado nyame hye da no kosi ye se omra sa abrei ayare damu sa abrei nye nana na ye president a me do se ka Ghana nke ewu enti mo ko obia ko do ko hwedan mu a o hisa nana o hisa nyakopon o hisa nana se nyame ma ne kwatente o ma na hoden na Ghana for enye no en kasa ye fe kokomutin kasa nkyere no na fi we 60% one touch and e dey kro
Physician assistant ewo Peace and Love Hospital eye Bridget Note Mensa na wode afutuo ama ema se ema no bebre wo a ya na wadwawie na wosiesie wo ho abanso abo wo nufu so paada obi nso wo hokra ne deodorant ya ye de ya motuom hwehwem wotumi de bi gugugu ne nufu so nyina se ne be ya bia na dwen se ebe ma ne ho ayehwam na so saa ne ema no nyina de breast cancer ya de no biba enti we ya futu se ma akoma ma na epepada wo nufu so bo no se wonyayo
Enti say ye kapare ye breast cancer ye nim de kode ye de ba sa no enti ye ntimi embo ye ho ban na so de ebeboa ye ma yetimi ama ahoban bo na ba ne se wo hu nsesa ye a ese wo tu anamokọ hospital na ntem bibie ne ho a wobɛyɛ a wobɛka sɛ mesi yare na no kwan sɛ ɛma ne mma te sɛ bia mɛfa sɛ wobɛda ntontom buo mu a ɛma ntontom ne nkaw na wokonya malaria no. In the case of breast cancer no ente saa ne saa no nti sesan ya wo oba no behu no ɛna ɛsɛ wotu anamo kwantam ɛsɛ bebree sɛ saa ɛfa no chemicals no mama yɛyi free yakwan mu sa wo hwɛ nipadua na ntokuro ɛdeda ho na ɛnyɛ no mu na ɛde breast cancer no bɛba te sɛ de yɛdi kaka no but wo sa de ɛfa sɛ chemicals de ebi wɔ hɔ a ne ɛdi dwuma soronko bi wɔ widie mu a yɛnim.
Mampani abedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wa probom ewa atoye mantamo na ebra okopie mu ewo prestia no asamode bia wode to dom a na abodwa ebehia no enim bi ne se oman yi fam gudi adwuma ba ko na ewo prestia wo fra no se gold mining or fra no se prestia Sankofa Gold Limited no enche bia empedifo ye nhehye ya obesa bia se adwuma no bio na asa de eteka nsensemu no efisa atebia nim asa agina ne na aso bio.
Pemienu eni dunsia mu ena adwumaku a wondin eni Prestia Sankofa Gold Limited a eye adwumaku a ehye Ghana aban ase a wotu agudie woto adwuma mu na enei Ghana mampanyi abedi eche Mahmudu Baumia de ato omanfo enemu se adwumaku yi enche kra wosan abebia no ama adwuma no asan asori biem
ampa yekoye yeri GMPC for ye meetings. And I do be calling in some family, just a minute information, bread, nana, any Christian human value, say the AC war, Christian Sankofa Gold Limited. Almost say, preparations, Nyamiadum, Omo engaging contractor to ensure the operational readiness. And then started now. Salaries of workers no almost say computing up to September, so in a few weeks almost starting but adia ejimeni say almost say nyamiadum almost person almost pouring first gold before the end of the year out of Prestia Sankofa Gold Limited. Many because it's in here. Eba juma so beba ama ye memori na omo juma enti yen ya putre kakra ema omo
aban ede enhyehyeye egu akwan mu a eka adwumaku e wotu mu na wode adwumayefue obetue ni nyina na afen so adwuman ahya ase asone agudie so ewo afiye mu.
Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation or Chanitia Segya Deck for ena womo apaw enipa donkron 19 member board say womo ene omafo ewo achim ebuakwa eninkita ho na bauxite ya womo tu no wompotem ho no omafo no ankasa wompotem ho no ene sa nipa donkron dinkita ho a na wa kire won fasode potem opese wonya free bauxite nim na wode siesie won kro ma ebika womanfo no.
So say via the juma ye ba bedi no. Yet the world-class best practices in a Babidi Jumano. In Tisabi. And yes, sir, you be say a Tiwa forest. Nemu, you be making sure, say, Juma Yababitino. A be bois, not say, yebe managing forest, so yebe managing pepe, not environmental issues in now. You making sure, say, and also I am fine. Inti, yeah, Sanya, yet say, you know. Act of Parliament 90 years, and then you are setting up company. No, you feel as if you do, you are back, you know, we need to get a home people.
Abusia Badwam kasia enede fiade hine me boso me ne de toso enkron efie mpemienu ne aduonu me de asomwe ha na brema kwa ma me de si na sanse na akoye fiade nti agokansie mo nsem ebebo akwan mu akadwo anankasa aye ho krado a wode ebro eno achi ahosepenso ebeba wakwam eno so achi efie mankwa atama klo betna se de efisem abro eno so achi oman he no kwabna sante ene mpanifo betna se ede mpensempense mu dwumade no so abro enti abusia ha na me de Badwam kasia no esi me de ma metra Diamond me mo ache edase.
All right, CK Akono, head coach at the senior national soccer team, the Black Stars of Ghana. I'm more techie and 5 p.m. live commentary. Basso Asempe FM, Atom FM, Sunti Kashan, Sa, FM, Yanko Pium Techie, Nianche, the Air Coso, Countryman Songo, and age name with the Dinte at Yama Multimedia. Ala Tula. What's the menka? Ala Tula. Countryman Songo, may I say a bit we are connected to Techie. Near Songo Atrin Comona or Boemu near Ecoso, or Techie. Abra Black Stars, Akoko Pimo, Horomo, Yanan Stadium, and Ebe Bono Crano, Assassin na Oboemusa, ne actual time a match at the Basso, Sanse, Oshe Techie 4 time, ne Ghana time one, and Yepe, inti near who Techie 4 the time, near who Ghana's time. Now, Husahana, what's in Okanania, the Adiati, Chansosa, Efa, and Mame. Now, you go so can Black Stars, I say one, say, players are not seeking a corner Pelwinano, Mababe do come our sharing some bit to me at when him now, that should be our tons of free players, Omanya Bonnie be abo. Now, Honorable Sports Minister, and so Akupimo Honor in Sama Tuka, Senania J. Or Quanya players, no, and so pre ubia any abre so person boremu or sika kono etim no na yen sam boremu hwe se songwa homa na tomwa alatula otemenka most definitely alatula na dia na ekoso wo Turkey ukodu ye enhyehyɛ te sen boyemu de ekoso Black Stars camp bibia fine there
fantastic nyamin chadia bibia editor na kwanso metima ka say asat enra mi bedu anopano mantna metosokra na straight up to blasters omo camp just me call you na say enra no omo afa omo COVID test and as you omo afa COVID test because before a match no ebitimi abaso no say or say COVID test no omo etimi na say omo represented that a certificate and as if ya results no the HLM paying for and son will be at me I aquaco taking part of a march no even year moons and trophy equano or more I'm who say when be as no say fireman or the COVID-19 test at me a show and son went to me about a comment to me inti Yamin Chadi and Panama you train but 10 many 6 p.m. no omutimi training Emma coach CK Akono you didn't come on what says so 2 matches where your matches be or person or born here now what you the team no na osa person osa win is 2 matches where Edema Ghana for do say and yet cup match be and as be but we know the trend in Pomama what the blasters the new blasters in a moreover no or beside I a team will beat me and the SCA against Sudan AFCON qualify. Until 6 p.m. no, almost me a training almost let me say close to 2 hours. And we training we are bia to do near almost I go back to a camp. And then a resting day. Okay. I think Sabia umo ebetnitini omo empomuno gidi party there be a match day. Into a nano panel, it be a stretching, Katanga Trebi, and a bit me either because in the match, no life, a sports complex, a new sports complex, one near a bit when you say about 8 p.m. A year Turkey has it now a 5 p.m. All right, a year in Ghana, and the Sana game no ABC either a quality, and then the blasters train sequence be as no Mali. ABC akan no mati akan ni na ZK Saka say coach next Saka say when him say Mali the woman full squad na ba but hope say no and nanti betimi I take up the challenge and moreover nanka o expect 2 players who mbaba kan but when say goalkeeper no enya do betimi ababa kan near or South Africa because the passport and me ni visa entem but ogidi say kudus there ebia senkan ho ton de an ko betimi aba be ball ebia kata match ni bi enti ene attention ni focus ni now international friendly game at Ghana blasters ebe ball against Mali Turkey Antalya ikruma say ni ahwesenya blasters say ye boabo tutu ye noma na yetimi ide akwanko ye nim na yekopie mu afcon yetimi aboy mo dia breaky jeans na more than 30 years Ghana yetimi enye Cup no enti from Turkey Antalya hadwe bibia Ghana kwamu na next social need to say live comment ni there live I just a Ubenyan was and perfect.
Yes.
Ubenyan was FM, Ubenyan war, Adom FM, and Adom TV Bemo whom the apostle in also the time of fireman Eddie live commentary all the way from Antalya, Turkey, Eddie Ghana for Eric.
All right, and Songo, you be PM Campo, place now, can at the same Abra, a new set of squad. Kakra be an old place, Omo, Omina Beshiasa, no more Asia, a new coach, saying a training the Sequoia Sena campus here.
Fantastic. I mean, no boys now will be a spirit high. They say no, woman will say a duo muscle when we talk about blasters, because if you decide the day you about say new boys, saying I will see welcome woman and say, yeah, put you together as the captain of the team. They just say, boys, Nankasano, free as you know, now, woman is at the end, say one day, we see a kind of Magana. This is the opportunity. Into a no sound shots into the experience via any a yen in the piano, every time boys, Nechi Ama, almost swear to me, I after team to a blaster squad. Empo did they say, party, they say, our deputy, goalkeeper, so I second deputy. Said who was say, oh, yeah, party, a talented footballer, or did he say, on in an national team, look at that. Well, who say we are very disciplined or obey to me either handle matters when one day so no they didn't want us also party it take you over fully as a captain of the national team. Okay. It just the day are you at the support to man you guys at the support to the deputy, the two deputies na utim say my boys be a feel it at home be a feel it class as a friend of national team because we show my home car make me catch us will be a fighting for a year in the position pan will be a fight say national team this time or mobile sacrifice I'm a be to me up on kind at the Ama Blasters. For camp there, make me catch us blasters they are really on fire.
All right. Songo you better say now there's a change in venue. Okopie mu hona otutu mu pese uti so bi man bebia na ebebo ball na hwa na e ball na change venue no.
No, I need Kiabono or Antalya Sports Stadium. Okay. But and to me, I need the Amasusa and pay for chess game we behind closed door. And the Anyabia supporters, Bia Ghana supporters and Amali supporters. And the why not to say with the facilities available? A Miro sports complex one. Move to me either. I'm making use of it. Against Mali, sports complex war. And I gave no cost. Make me catch yourself. So what? Baby, I mean, we as in Hilton, Antalya, Hono, close to an hour. So we call a sports complex. Okay. Aquaku, game now. Nanka initial stage in there. Nanka baby, maybe one as in match venue. But umuchendi, and now Manako. PM Antalya cruise so it's from baby I mean one day close to 1 hour so okay and then the game Basel Miro Sports Complex. All right. And game Basel the channel so say 8 p.m. Turkish time and a Ghana time 5 p.m. live Asempa Adom Inshra. Fantastic commentary from myself, countryman so good.
Ebeoja. Minja Mwakobat mean to me now, Mimi South Assembly. Yenya, I know about the most expensive Ghanaian player ever. Thomas Tai Pate. Now can camp to say so a best time or back camp no send ne fellow players no or more and send them congratulating so.
More fire be added than a quansopa, which said, send your missing party, our blasters campono, Sana or by Bihuno, Nampokan before training, Minimum Punimpu, or no one is what the mammy, fireman, Ness, or mammy, more fire, and I'm so mano, more fire, Ness, because a good luck, or a year as 9 officers, good luck, or a year blasters. I was a deputy captain, and the guy was so calm. What I say, and yes, if I'm call us 90, I used to guy be my back camp, and I made me razy. I am sure. No, I didn't see that. Even on the field of play, as in normal training, send you missing those days of a year. Abraham Grant money akosi apia mutam ni nyina no that the calmness in ne odi ne din the training mu ne ball no the training Thomas Partey with my catch Senra it was really fantastic and say why is too fantastic on the colleagues no omo the training diablo together me I mean say no mu can so that can yeah, the Ghana no those things are winning players. And you omo rough kakanga player. Eti party there make me catch up say BBR is solid. I'm just hoping say it will remain this way because even the day you the menene kasano obona basu say o hope say will beat me akwa ede akọ na di mama BBR to me ede akọ kanti from the Blasters camp there Ahumasobia Emma Hasi indiscipline ya Emma Hasi BBR did not consult BBR professional meet my catcher say party send you see who no Arsenal no play up and say I'm on the confidence now more
all right more fire thank you so much Songo you better show anyone you may say o tujano area fiteki at the Abraham that's the over see na ya hwe nim say nyumro be jijuma no.
Yeah, as usual, we said, there's a fireman fire all the way from a Turkey and Italia international friendly match.
Yeah.
There's a Thomas Partey, a control bono, with trouble on the right side of play, a bona Kwaku Jordan, are you a control bono, are you a Chibaku, a Pia, pass the ball, call a Benson or Benson Amatu, a pass bono, Condida, you. Oh, but a fantastic clearance on the part of the Malians, more fire.
We are just a freestyle. Countryman Songo now, yeah, who say, or did the course or take here the airplane or 5 p.m. live on Adom Asempa and in Share FM. Yeah, the commentary no at the Beba and no at the Black Stars of Ghana versus Mali. Now, Jordan, so the Catadiana San Pew, so no one says, Equipa, sponsors a hold and a kukuri and the Akupi more take here. Yeah, dear by better Countryman Songo, so honorable sports minister, Ora Isaac Kwame Asiama. The course of Black Stars camp, the ordinary near when it's sent a near Sequono or the senior Hunatuga.
Task, our first national assignment coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. We hope and pray that the Blasters once again will lift high the flag of Ghana. The Blasters once again will become the stars that we are all proud of. The Blasters once again will live up to expectation because they will imbue in them that high spirit of patriotism and nationalism. Ghanaians are proud of our Blasters. For me, let us have a new Blasters. A new Blasters that are poised for action. A new Blasters that will once again conquer Africa and go to the world and do well at the world stage. A new Blasters that will inspire our younger generation. A new Blasters that will indeed show to the world that Africa has come of age in terms of football. And once again, our West Africa sub-region will continue to become the powerhouse of football in Africa.
Enti ehwa samaranan na yefio the Ghanaian Premier League bounce back and 13th to the 16th of November. Sa weekend on the airborne and kind of 13th November and paya na a draft fixtures na betodwa first round of matches kosi ahe you interested in match day 1 fixtures no is yet here and House of Folk kwawe na kotoko abo home say na fixtures no AC here and kotoko ne 11 wonders bebo but interlies ni dreams and pim so na wafa and it can fight Sasha and the Kotoko bomb matches no one crying. Ashko ne Carella and so Babona Legon Cities ni Brecum Chelsea and so at the Apem so and no ISNC at here na Yakuya Nimu Mediema Sporting Club. Woman a Great Olympics and so Ebebo na Abusian Dwarfs na Mina Sharks about Liberty and Bechem United na Adriana Stars. So drama on your class of folk at the Apem so where match day 1. They has a Kwawe to Doma Kashan Sasa from now match day 2 and I'm about so 20th to the 23rd of November a Brecum Chelsea El Brecum One Kotoko and a Babona Great Olympics in Legon City Sabo Dreams and in Mediema can fight Sani Adriana House of Folk and Ash Gold has opening game is no I know den papa has the buffy to Ash Gold I mean Sharks in Liberty Bechem United and Wafana Carella and the entire about 11 wonders on the Abusian Dwarfs and a baby match day 2. Now, all share die super clash in the Baswa, a Basso match day 14, and we had the 12th to the 15th of February side weekend no, and a bar. Now, we share the side weekend no, ABC Ako Kotoko and a home to Hearts of Folk, and on our match day 14, and no, the 12th to the 15th of February side weekend and a Basso break Chelsea, and 11 wonders, but Great Olympics near Almena Sharks, Dreams near Drena Stars, Wafa, and they showed, and so, and Ebebo na yakwe ni Legon City's better na fie Ken Faisal and so at the apem so mediema and be Chem United and Bushra Dwarfs and Carrera United na Liberty and Interlice and so at the apem so we and the Ghanaian Premier League on sama yabo bwanwa yade eba me timama say the 13th and games no share asenti ya febo ya hwese ball ebeba bium na ya hu sene teams no and so on se mesiati sia konkon a boafo eba center wo mo na de boafo cream at the cream where then someone ba me say when I'm be toso a boafo cream na boafo intimate ne so dia twetwe ba bia ye bia na fin so boafo covid test no I memmadru me man no de no boafo covid test yeah but to do 0244 726 367 0244 726 367 and a boafo penny phone twen common to do and one will be a eden eto na fin so no oneexpert.com e pa cho be better your this weekend UEFA Nations League matches e koso Samson akopimo e South America and North America nyina mo e World Cup qualifiers and yasem kito matches wo pa oneexpert.com akachine eso ko na friendly matches nyina Roland Garros e koso and we tennis. Bra, what are you waiting for NBA finals? And so a coso. With this, one expert a catch it. With the 2 cities now, they are 5 billion. Bra, obewe. Okwano robagi kwa segma besia kofi. E one expert.com a catch na. Obe to me, abete nyana sa mo also so point 2 for 3 matches pe na kone ni mo ani ati Chifas make sure and so the sia konkon emye ho bamba. Any yo na pay. Sergio Mano be producer. GTP no stand to money there. Money tria na fepa. We search we di be 3 years once any guzu da ho. Kama panti en ton to market and to mo si ba kwa ni mu kala nyina etu. Na ye hoya. There be Santo man de empe. GTP new star. Papa na mesh mega. And so apam na kama say e dia ma kai. Say so one fan nkasa nka kejuwa ne ho a haram. Kejuwa nkasa ni Erica Sidi body. Ye ho kan si no AC na ahosepe ato aso nti yesepe ye ho. Dwade na eto aso.
Good morning. Baby Rogana Habiano, Mamu Akwaba from Bra Hosepe Jumezido na Mizineze Mami Boatma, President for the Brothers and Sisters Association. To tell a friend, to tell another friend that Sister Mami Boatma Wajigwa na Mobodemiano and some no Muzabotu Chow. Me Penibiano, Mazabomo na Ebeke there Wednesday no or you could no menu Zunkomo, the Unsoma auditions or Kodo. Olokodu gidi wo Kumase for no way some na audition angazangaza na some of the videos na or you very interesting on my you there this year no tell me can obey mega bigger inti ma yonko share some of the videos wo Kumase mbra
Adofo say it na dem so dey sika yo ya le bido kenye bonita mene kentampo so ye wan ya hom pe na unyo
na o kasa no ai wan say ti bizin bese me yeli yo na o betimi ayo okay ne me yo why mai na eno na edi a ai me say ama o to no so so na ya wo ya na Papa, I am from Mama. Of the pepper, no mate. Of more than yet, many the brown watching my say. Get, what I don't know, mate. I was getting hey, baby, you don't kill me, Sha. You wanna blow my mind.
what I do. Oh, baby, what do? Baby, you gon' kill me, shy. You wanna blow my mind. Oh, what I do. Baby, what do? You don't want me no more. You don't want me no more, girl. You don't want me no more, cause when you get you don't want me no more. You don't want me no more, girl. Yes, Susanne, you're my free VM.
That's the Kumasi. Who my pressure? Kumasi for what my pressure? Hey! Na echede akobo na Morris baby face will have a tough time, papa. But tonight I promise that no sister Sandy be a guy. Was na squad baba na bobede biano ya crown no start mama location next location no woroko Takrade into on the 10th and 11th Takrade na woroko Grace Gardens Hotel or was second DBU into one bomos na wonko pay more on from no audition because this year no or a big competition no or a very interesting na mama show picture be trend mama fa picture ninja. Say na 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7 umbo 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7 as for we live by faith and not by sight ma tibianity bi ha no ma we cheekbones in the way pay why bialo but moza na hude enyida do wo homo say ehwe ha sack na ehwe mosima ne ndompe we yin kampaya na ehude enyida do wo homo ai na donzi pocho no obi agye no dokona na nimpa waji donzi do dokono or return dokono immediately nti eti biara no ana me iruhu ohun nam duamu sisi ara no pocho no no last stop because what se bia no obotum na wasesa zamo na
Yama munyina kwa babiem do Badwam TV Badwam dwumadie no so ma me boatma ye do na sesa ho sepe no ene wo ma ye ho asepe ye de ye duru so no ye nkomodie a efebie no eye apomuden emu ensem se obehye ne nso a September ni mu no na ye da ye bo yakoma ho edewuro eno nti ye ko mu na se Wilma Africa ene Kolebu Cardiothoracic Center aka won ho abomu a ye nyina ye hwekwan a ye befa so na yakoma no ye bebo ho eban akoma na ne kura ye se ne ho techema na ejifiri mo pe wonya tiase ni ebiem enti ena no pay ye nkasa bebre me kasa enwa no menya atichu mienu e wo menchen wa ha omo ba bebo ye na ye de sa enkomo ye a anope research and development manager free ye Frighto no na ye kan obi abehu Wilma Africa Frighto edumu akotene pa aha Stanley Bansa e wa ha papa mo akwaba ena fe Dr. Florence Akumia enso free Kolebi ana edinu boniye meda se papa pa mamu nyina akwa abanso mama mfa nhase free Wilma Africa ana se Frighto me kan obi abehu because and the obi use bi e wo fie September no 28 September na World Heart Day na nka de enke anuane ho ade a na yenim se ye bo ho dawuro ede na kan mo a mo de mo ho bo Ghana Medical Association se ye mo ye nhwe na akoma no ho dawuro ye mo
yo we there Mema, good morning.
So
I so each year all your viewers on Adom TV.
Adom TV.
And also me the Akwenya so at the management of Women Africa as led by Mr. Kwame Biafe, your general manager. Now, obi be say just as Randy said no, obi a ye aduane ho adwuma de. Adena ye de ho akobo Ghana Medical Association. As a company no, you believe say what you eat is what you become. Now, adeno so ya be hu say though COVID-19 aba ahunchaba, but these are one of the ways you be to me I support the vulnerable and society giving back. Nkofu will be akase ahunchaba. It is true ahuncha they aba due to COVID-19 no, but you say nipa nkasa no once your heart stops beating no, you are gone. And that's one of the motivations why we partnered the Ghana Medical Association to sponsor this year's World Health
Program. My dear papa, not to say yeah, Tom product in no, a home fast one, yeah, the Bakumano ho ban. And a young doctor penny who and one share a comano said ye tear any dear a year, I would depend muti, I was here bohom by ye dog.
I say medical chair will be our program. Now, I'm a sensory chair director of the National Cardiothoracic Center, Dr. Shrebo. Mr. Enede Yawaha, Akumane de Abasen, our canono. Now, Kumano a organ, and I say, I dare share a non a bomber moja dear through sunny way on body no. Into body be a benya moja and here. Now, Kumano was say, the one who dear the bear say, Jumano. Into Akumayari Yaria ka Akumana nkasa ana intini na ede moja no kono ana say na moja ne timi di afrosane no ene ne friend Akumayari na ye hwe wiase no ma Akumayari ye yarewa ba kwa eku nipa bebre enu nti na World Health Organization ne kokoko bebre omo di ato say 29 September no ye de be si ho ne ye de ama education about akoma no ye de be ye to anomo bebre say na nipa be hu say na be ya ye be bo akoma no ho ban because e ya de a obo ho ban a yare no mba yare no bebre wo ho obo ho ban a emba nti a ye da wo ma Africa assess omo si anamon joining Ghana Medical Association and National Cardiothoracic Center sa fiwe omo ni yen ebedi abom afibia National Cardiothoracic Center ye ebi wo ha ye call work but afiwe the COVID-19 na maye ntini anye da mo so ma sese matun sa friends say na ebetini a kire Ghana phone na say na omba fa so abom akoma ho ban
this year theme ni ye dia
use heart to beat cardiovascular disease. Ye hese na ye de akoma na nkasa be ko etia akobayare
ekwan be so a
no ye fese odwen se wo ye bibia obedwen ho se na ebe affect akoma nti wo se a church o na hu niam a wo ya affect akoma nti se wo no mensa bebre ana se wo cigarette bebre wo se wo cigarette anum se nya wo kwampo na affect wo won nche no so etimi affect wo na akoma na ya affection se obe oniam a obeye na ebetimi aka obi o kwampo se onya akoma yare na wo bra e kan we busuafo nti ana say bia o smoke cigarette o enjoy na so e ma obi fofo yare ni na ya affection o se o ma o honi society no onkofo mo ben and a last one e influence nti say bia o ye manager we adwuma mu a e was so make sure say won me adwuma o company no adwuma mu no afi bia o de on be kono makoye examination test ni ahwe say no mapomodie tie ana say te say wo a o de bia o TV so ka say ya nkofo tie wi na wa bodero afa akomayare ho na obi etie na e bia no so de ato ne ho abo ne ho ban
no ma yemra wo mafo ho fighter na kire yemu menye sure say eno akeke na mu decide ye mfaso de bai ene ebenya sabre ya mo de mo ho akobo Ghana Medical Association ye bodewre.
Okay, into one of the advantages a woman is as a food company we take care of the whole value chain of food. Na yabe who say if you get healthy people is when you have consumers which might patronizing products. So it's not all about making profit. No. It's all about reinvesting into human capital. Because omo mu yejuma sisi ano omo na omo hwe omo mba no mo busuafo and these the young ones are the next generation, so it's our duty to make sure say omo mu ye active sisi ano e be bomb ban and the young ones also coming up no so ye be bomb ban
na fasodi a ewo mu nti e wo se obi akwa edwama so a frito na water
frito vegetable oil no natural vegetable oil from abena ye do the Ghana haya. We have one of the biggest plantations here in Ghana. Into ifi abemo, it's a vegetable oil that is fortified with vitamin A. Now, the difference between frito and inia yawo ya infi when you say and no say you are refining on from abeno.
Okay.
To both say a thin saturated fats ne free sterols na wo red oil mo ka ewo jomo no. You are the state of the art machinery aba. And you say fini na ayeden. Efim. And I vitamin A so ayeden. Aka ho to increase the shelf life of the product. Any the aesthetics of the product. It's a frito vegetable oil, naturally cholesterol free oil. Cholesterol be
any more. Nti and I was say ne pe oil be the juma. I was a frito na yefa.
Very true.
Mabimra dog na one tray age factor. It may affect yen heart ana.
Definitely. Into your one people who say yare the war akuma yare bi wo fa ye ba wo no ne ye the war also kola na so more holding heart no so those ones no commonly in kola now be identify but in yare na ye ya bra bobom and a lifestyle edeba no heart attack and I say ischemic heart disease say bia mo gentleman ko akuma no ho yie no usually no unyi akọ umfi akọ echa because usually unyi na umfi no ko echa na benya hypertension or na moje mu cholesterol bebre ba or na diabetes ba or na nkofo start some smoky and some more no mensa bebre and I say bia omo nkeka nkola de bia omo dwane omo di agro ntom nkeka aha penyin mu de oti office oti market and adwaso inti saa ne mane na no usually ba middle age eko umpenyin fie so no ena unyi na nkasa na body na so bre insatrai kakra be mu ntini no mu ye den ni bibia inti usually no heart attacks then sad and there ba umpenyin fie so
okay inti yenhwe eba no mame fam dem say time no ya so ka wasam a etwato chere Ghana for fa Woman Africa ho
yo we there be can say Woman Africa is here to stay. Na enye fightable vegetable nkwa na
eno na mpesa okay because woman no yente mo product ni enimu
enukre me no ka say your fried sunflower oil your soaps ahoro jama soap alive soap ni na if your company it's also a Fortune rice all the various varieties you can think of it's also a margarine Fortune margarine into an integrated business model be na here you operate
so wuremu a as a self contained bibia opebie bi wo
thank you many about bibia
okay beda masenya mishra mo nti we no ye ade a etna ho for life and I be just this year yina mo partner cardio free
oh it is here to stay because just this year alone this is the first year you donate 100,000 Ghana cedis that alone should tell you your contribution commitment towards this campaign just as Dr. rightly said no area is on the rise and we have to nip it in the bud.
Nyamisha dog dey twa to afutu ade ma yense mo yakoma ho ban.
Okay, nti se na me kan no afibia no at least once. So we obi a mojabruso news se siche yare news so se otumpon ana otu anamo eco hospital. Na mo feel na mo hwese bibia okay ana se bibi tofa and bibi tofa o metimi aya ma. Afin so se yare ni eco hospital na doctor kasi bia mojabruso wo yenso ye ma ye dra ye nom sensusan so bi nti na ye pese eja ye do na ye nko hu ye doctor no biom na e bia wasesa amayen aha afien so akomayare no ne boye den insurance e cover bi but ebedu baby no nya heart attack ye pese ye ko bi ntini mu insurance ntini nkaba nti ye no ye nhede ni sika na wase e boye ho ban ni sisa na companies o mbetimi affording like Walmart did no mo so ma support it so that you betimi aboa
okay yeah say papa enti Dr. Florence Akumia ewo cardio kolebu ene yetene kana face Stanley Bansa and so if you Woman Africa fright adwumakuo no ene anope wo ma bone tofa ede amaye no ye do mase papa nyamishira mo ye didu ye se breso no ye benyamo ensore adwuma no ese otena ho ye you free so anu free so me da say enya doctor ne de no ukono ho a ono so oyo boss wo ho nti yakwaba election mu ane ye wo no ene me esisi abrahosema abepem ye infant man constituency no ye nkwa homa no so na kwadwo de feminist mpo kwadwo nyako Richard kwadwo nyako ewo ahoma no so ye no eni enkomo Richard anopem mu ache mu akwaba se sei infant man constituency what to say
well enye boko kra because ade atomweni ahomachi omo antiasem papa around 1 a.m. Omo member of parliament and parliamentary candidate on the ticket of the NPP or campaign or abiazi dominance obi oni mankesim bia so du mankesim na ekwani ye mienu ti ba ko eko eni mo ko fa edwuma ko na ba ko da wo left eno no ekofa abiazi domazia di ko pie abra dunkwa iti ohono no mo ko campaign around 1 a.m. no mo eba mankesim the baby duazin iti obudu on say ngophobia some armed robbers they were armed no more than so munjina the driver no die mikatenten so trim no more to driver ni you nti driver no lose control the car no just lose control eneja kali ekopimi na omo da say omo ka ni mu nyina omo ntimba omo de da ho we are told by omo na omo ni MP ni na me say kwanza here for the member of parliament dan we say on no sitting member of parliament yes say the person kon ni omo di an bi di omo prepare frank or dem omo ni ade no I empusu omo kra na omo tu ni ti omo shutu no mienu ewo nechi nti e kan spine no nti ono de omo di no ko du ayacha bia na chese wa enya media the driver no dey see anya say ono so afre mu ahwere ne nkwa ye ka say ya no omo di emu no free Sopon Government Hospital at the called the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital currently now the issue of Fantiman Hano pa ye jama for the constituent no Mohano and TSS and Raya no one in the Nampate you crop keep fit ya on Nana Odi anymore and more senka obetria say retaining the seat going to the national da NPP the electoral commission omo nomination of filing no enti ono so na to Frank Edema NPP amanyoko no enti ade ato amanfo ni omo se obre no ho ase oye hard working oba kakra no mpuntudwuma odi aba ewo sa constituency men yankito ekwan a omo de ama contract ni ade obeka ya ba ko a me ye closely associated with kwanya efi anomabo ede coffee shoes college wona currently no omugusu a enche bia ka ombewie sa bebi asem we si ye nso kra no eton contractor sa kwane nye kwane de enye kra we are told say contractor say ye juma wo so but edura na jura bebi esu nti bebi yesu no na mamboyfo ye kwatete ya omo edi nyambra sama etisa enti sa ne enti ewo mfantman constituency ade atomweni omuntumi kra and that word to even say anything amount for bottom team ewo kokwansa here for the field omo kobo no money omo agenti omo
asemi mu oye na yesi baby esi na asa ben police headquarters mankesim police headquarters animu sanete
and shadam ben is duazi but police office home but and yet that close that
eba enye closer omo ante wo hwa ehwo no from ebia se media but ahokeke mu no ke bia be 5 minutes bi or 10 minutes omo ntimi nru ho mobile said ye ka say omo blocking road ni ade
se omo tin intermedia and ka omo tire use be 10 minutes to get there but ebia no mo ante ni step because omo akoye Robert they might have stopped a lot of the vehicles into the bia car ba omo agidi omo mobile phones so ni ade ni answer na police for the bet na chese enema agency kwa
kwajo de akire bie maye na yebesa ba onchen se bibi foforo bemu a yeda asene adwuma obo enti Richard Kodonyakon fifi mantemu ena obo yenkra enani 2 weeks pepepe na owura ekọ Kwansa Hayford enene te adwamu se ya ye di nkomo for Super Fridays enenne na wotwemienu ni ena enipa bonfo abonitu amwa free mu nti abusua eyire ne ma constituency ho nyina yamamu nyina hyeden ene yakọ yagitum yie se bambofo wonwuma panti yebehu sa nipa bonfo ni nyina se bi nam so epranso a mo wayaresa bia nyame ma na basa no wo so na mo ho enye modene ba bia yedro no woni tuaka be 50 plus days anaso de ba bosumi mienu kakra na yakọ akoto aba eyi mampani ena femrahye bejafo enti edru se no a wose yenkasa ho banyame ho tie nsentwefo yenso yedimu akotene nene no yankasa yem president Ghana Journalists Association Jamtenani Orafel Money aba beka mensa ewo haushia president dia na wose wani die ni bo bia no utumi de mano fi se opani na nkasa na etutu ne nemu aba ha Orafel Money anope mu akwaba da senso se watimi anante aba multimedia Adom TV na yedi komo na eye mamen Mikaiza Gladys Baini oh okay Gladys Baini and so ewo yenchen wa ha oso no anope yemu akwaba yeda se papa na yesi youth summit bi eba be koso ni nyina afa election ho but ansana yebebo awura enne botayen mu no menya we de na o se ne wie kakra bi ne yehwe ensentwerefo yewo election year mu as a president ya sadie ewo mu si yebeye adwuma ho te a awieye no nse nkunimdie beba fi se oman bebo ana bekɔ n'animu a fa kɛseɛ no so gyira central adwuma no so enti president atena adwamu yi de ɛdeɛ na central for election year 2020 yɛnya yɛadwuma ho beba nyam ɛbɛyɛ kama
British philosopher Sir Francis Bacon no see a good question is half the answer. The so question is so good that yeah no by 50%. It's musuma for 50%. Na central wage man mu hia papa. Na say hwe a kura a jatom Cote d'Ivoire na nasia hwe mo kodo ho on election what about a month for thousands Kenya so many countries not just central for humanity no hia papa na say issue akudzia or nam or more dangerous nothing can beat the media. We see Rwanda, Central Africa, Wallace, Rocker can send food, hundreds of thousands. In the human incident, Central Australia, Senior Coupon Afro, or a calling. You be at it, painful say a Batacarados in the Mukam Papa. Obia Sarah, no, perfume, and now in your radio station, 2x4 radio station being also a Central. And when you're there because what it is Central for, or to say Melbourne, exactly. But it is a serious business. Until again, Gabriel Marquez also is the best profession in the world. Until it's the age a Juma, Sabinu here, Pa, Uzimu, is the number one the whole world. I was here doing something for me. In years of years of the in a doctor, a Juma, no, because he don't here, Papa. Because try here. How many times I serve you, Nanado, on your chance of broadcast your nation? How many times? But them coordinated by 13 times. Now it can number of times.
Every day.
Every day. Summer is some crap. Of course, so many areas, so many homes.
And say, no, among phonocrat, central phone, decrassing and penny for.
Exactly.
If it's a Badwam bomokra or more hotoswo or media and mokrassing. Send case about be report to a police station. The first point, of course, over about central for no be report here.
Exactly. In that them doing very serious. Inti say the man say assembly you ha. Yeah kwa. Four more for Nana. Ana John Mahama ababi uncle say she assembly you ha. They say if we the election ija atu kuma na che ikoya na be nti asumdwenu hia papa nti samtro for house season dey say e be kan bibia dwenu dem asem be kan du gwaye all the asumdwenu ba and now the koroba dwenu you know bia kan wo kaka no that is no offer be tell gatekeeping yeah gatekeepers to be can is sondo ehwa tell o chiami be yi hu Some yes and from Biano, Chamber to go, or Kakra, 7 Nanaka, ye papa. That is our job. That is our job.
I do more, I hope. Now we are here, can you show? And Yanko Crony, Bemana, aqua ye, and Yemabi and San Fato, and no Buna youth and a Mebunoa. Young what dear can bet me a year, Juma Papano, near the Odi Aquanim, Lady Edia to Trustamanim, and ne Youth Summit. And I say youth for peace. And no namodiaba.
Yeah.
I didn't see any side dream poe.
That's it's a you can the same your question when youth with the name. If you don't have serve you when you my ne been so say youth in share you pee. You in fame. Then we have him. So we serve 10 cities. No one t-shirt is the name, and now I'm going vigilantism, and okay, in general. That's the more reason why we should target them. No one, and I say, any targeter, any wife you pay and target, one wife you born target them and use them to destroy and kill. The more reason why it's okay. So many things competing for attention as I'm trouble. But at the same time, Nanado space in the media, John Mahama, at the same time, let's sharpen our focus on the youth. Because they can use their youthful exuberance for wrong purposes. It is not more reason why it's also central for any National Peace Council. Na excellency ni anti-Mackenzie NGO. This kind of honorable chance.
Mame kono so na Auntie Gladys mining so nchire yemu the entia omodo ho abedom Ghana Journalists Association and afi one mu biom kra Peace Council
and National Youth Authority.
Oh. When the first time?
Me ba chwan.
When the first time?
Yeah, first one or Kwame Nkrumah birthday no 21st September no. Your press center. Ba chwan. Na ye bota ye ne say me ankasa me madwuma me ye ne say me support girl child education and women empowerment. Ba me hu ne say o man bia say o hawa na sent to kwasima eye ma ne nkwala ne brepa. Nti no say COVID aba na nkwala nko school a I think say ye pese yen kasa dia na this very season na ye peace because yen kasa amfa peace na sent kwaba afi na ye besan so akọ na aba emma na yen timi an kasa amfa peace ho amanya victims no afi na ye kwase ye kwakọbo mu ye pese yen tackle where the problem is coming from by yen pese problem ne beba ansa na tutumi ka say ye kwache ne ama ye koyesi nti no that is the purpose nti a ye de tie and na secondly no nim say youth no nso yempenifo ne target nti no se wutumi ekire youth ni se ebia ukoje 500 cedis na ukọ na yetwa wona ba ko a wunkwa nde nyina watu ama wonan ni ho se ukọ na sabe ukọ na ukowu a ebi mpa meka se wumfie ebusuan papem sabe ana se wo yere wo mma bi ukodi echi na se ukowu a wo yere na mma nde na beto omo nti na ye create awareness to the youth ni se ewo sa ho kire wo Ghana yenim se okom niam bebre wo ho but value wunkwa na value sika kakra ebia politician bi de be ma if se wo hwe na se nde 500 cedis no ene wunkwa no the same there and there's
actually the same my dear
we are trying to say mama youth na tia se yenim sa ho kire wo ho na so ye ma ye nkwa no ehu hia because yen so betimi abaye MPs ye betimi abaye president
panindie bi betimi abeto
betimi abeto ntende ise obi aye sade na obe support na sabe supporting with adwen papa mu but enye se wo baye gidigidi na me ukokonto kwa na yetwa na ba kwa wabo na ye bosume ba kwa enkan ni na baye woni wabusuafo ka ye started campaign we no mako villages kakra ene enkrofo a through elections o my victims last 4 years there no and me ye senka youth for peace summit no me de omo ba ena mpenifo ka se da bi ebi wo ho no ma eya wonti wo de ne bo ba be ka asem bi a ba be say program no who say they are really in pains omo bre obi wo ho no ma rally ni mu na onya accident no obi enfi no masisi ano na brabo na ye ba se obi omo say true sa election nti ne me yere kra jame ebia say nti who say ensem hihye suma se but enya ade a eye known to the public youth ni nim nti no hu say obi ba no be ka cho so me ba me yesi yamom
pe pre no so be ye
na ne ho pre no so be ye nti ye create awareness to the youth ni say ye na ye omo target but ye nso ye betimi abaye so omo nti ye ma ye nkwa ne hia ye
Mamemra president ho na yenhwe peace summit youth for peace summit ekwan be na nsentwe adwuma no yenso ye de ehu behemu ono ekọ oye ne de kwan be so ne yenso ye betumi aye e de support sa idea we if you say youth no ye doso esim penifo no ense ye nyina ya dwen ba ye ho so se e wo se ye ne papam ye nkopura ye nkoye ne ma bi esa asomdwe na ye pen ye benya dia role ben na ye play o
nse he na channels he na inferior it's a casa okay chi youth into around this me kind of fa and pay if your MP answer sempa MP mo okun ya
oh what can be o mante
into if say tell the media scene maybe sometimes programs be no here in some be no here agenda be set no here into American this is the time to set an agenda for peace. Say people cry name for peace messages, peace issues be in town to drive home the message of peace. In research actually if the law of exposure your master also the more it can be, the more so assume, the more I assume, the more or shall assume, not share as a bear, and what the Musia some mubra bear, until no here, until the more you come about peace, and the amount of waiting, honor or sabi one, bra, why basasan, why generally, I generally be papa. This is the time to shape such minds. When you think peacefully, you act peacefully.
Mr. Afamoni, adwuma de me say bi wo Ghana Journalists Association ho. Fi say na kura no hwe a central na kura so ne mu kura cheche. Ase ye adwuma na kura no, ye core mandate no, ye free ho de ho because na central for bia yi wo manim. So party way or party say. Iti ama adwuma no kura ye no fa bi no ayeden. Ene political parties ni nyina kura o matagi obi a. Je say asemi ama no wankwa kan say wo ha. E chena wo kan we yes wo ha. Iti eno sa kura no den so na mo ye especially do election say kura den na agye no ho kura. Ti den no so mo ye be ma yen so yatena se because enye normal na yen hwe say de wo kan agina ye so say ya na adwuma yi a obi a betimi dis en sikasam so de obi ahia money. Ti den na mo ye de aboa say be ya adwuma mu no ye adwuma ye sensentro no ehu be ye sanity bebem.
Mr. Bekene, journalists were calling. Only when the young people are from the made me. But I chose to be a teacher and be a songstress and but young people are friend then the made me. The ones in you who will tell you, it will propel you to do the right thing. Now, one other issue there, DJ yet and money a young boy for American Embassy.
Okay.
The program to friend media convention. The media convention is the police for soldier for fire service
as a security agency.
Security agencies near media near transit. Yakwa pro near transit in your bed because service and job continue to me want to me the major me. Nti ye trans ya bi okumase ye bi otamale ye bi wa ye bi mbembe pi nti e bokoda ya ye na ya tatu adwen so bi adwen do nyimpa ko ni team tatu adwen a e fa na kire the maboto abatue obe peaceful even though in the attack temper but you will hope the more you bondewu about assembly the more he kofu say you kasa but he kofu binmu a so bi ebirimo
asemu
o asem
nti ebe omodan omo yi omani mu twan ni ade e say ma adwuma no obi afia nya hwe because oni baby obi wo na wo anya we beye ohun sa na competition na sa bemu no sa wo anya obi beye ba se nyina ya se yakọ journalism school ye ethics no say na eka
musa ethics so ejubia
asa aye book mo anya adwuma
already fa ethics today he bible and he Quran. So that you should be ethically conscious, think ethically, write ethically, speak ethically, sleep ethically, wake up ethically, do everything journalistically, ethically. In some part of sister, BPR very fine. Now here confirm today again today a referees. Sabi I'm Mobasa. Na ebi a minimuti. Man you dancing nyam nkoye. They say the best Jenfin, you're referring to Jenfin. What I said, mind you, the bassa. So I found, they can have found. So clean go there, clean go. This is our job. Until NDC MPP, even though to about it to my NDC and to my MPP. But what any Jenfin, any reference. There's a reference in the year, in your referee banza. Not a game so by Bassa. Until yes, stress and trouble. Each one is very serious. Very crucially important. Until you should do some introspection. Let's see. The enjoying is so important. Sometimes we try to be a way show. Sometimes it takes one because there's a time. In fact, we should watch an own way, but. About the home day. You are symbols of professionalism. You get that sense of joy, inner satisfaction. Yeah, because you have standards to maintain. Tere asofo kwa say e biro ha. Aha, bi wom. Tere politicians, nyum nyano papa. But hence our job is most of me ours is the best profession in the world. And if you suffer the work is a politician when you be on here and then you born with it. Inti say.
Asa dia cost be a ye de ba.
Yeah. We exercise oversight responsibility over all of them. Inti say yes, they say oversight responsibility you can just imagine the consequences.
Mamemra peace ho enseme ye ne peace council na ebomu. Why you offer mu de? Nti say no baby a yedro no. Peak na mu an yedro no. Nti say na etie aside wa ye bie na de bie na won Ghana journalist ye ne peace council so mo ye ko fie to fie because they say campaign no door to door. We na get no be bo na politician. Nti say na ye de enso ye no.
Me pacho sisi ane de ye hia media no because obekasa no say media na amfa nya de bedu achi na enkofo bebre so wo media no wo ye social media handles na enkofo bebre so tie radios nya de internet say peace campaign na eye consistent wo ye radio stations ni TV stations nya de
social media
handles it's all about peace na say ebia asem business aya asema ebia etimi de ntokwaba eni se quickly no jump ni ye kwhye because me hu ni se ensembone seli bebre wo Ghana ha say asem ni see ya na nkofo start
negative na
but obi de ade papa bi ba it's very difficult se nkofo be accept yankopon ya adoma by 21st ye koye next October ya Youth for Peace Summit ni bi okumase ye targeting penifo and the
Micklin,
Micklin.
Okay. Yentu Jessica, you're banning free,
but we'll be free. And after that, you are planning Youth for Peace walk.
Okay.
Before the election, I think 1st December.
Okay.
Youth for Peace walk, and I person can tackle in penny for Nina said that day no. Omumbra, now come pledge for peace. Emma youth and say yen penny for Abia. His Excellency.
So Mbaba pledging so ya ni nkwesi because I know your problem.
But all say so Mbaba pledging na say omma youth ni ti ase say yen me ne ebia president age na ha big na no say any big na he yom nkontokwa nti aden na wo de wo support A na wo support B a mo kokontokwa
na so mo wie ye so de na mo ye ayi a mpense mu a NDC MPP a we are as na chiriba
okay internet is a game
supporters
a game but as a youth ni anti asese ade na a game
I don't know Mr. President kan no also omonko abrabo ni mu nti ono no ote honom na aso abu na no di we na koye we mame eno an wonim ba so wa fa life ni mu a obete ne ma bia
so we have to let the youth understand the games na politics ni mu so what ase a unkotru mika se wo ko kwotwa wonsa na se bibisa because sabe disabilities omo Ghana ha se kwa yentimi mmo omo
na so do de
na no de ba beka ho intinu sa ne man na epese yensi ano kwan Ghana obre bebre wa ha se emma ne nkwala wo villages am starting me program am me call villages na wo sometimes with me to obi asem na ese wo boto se 50 pesos kwa ne kita wa ese jai ni na ma nipa no se nkrofo obre
yem fancy ba mamenye president the last words
ya ibida 2016 na ayemshishi Ghana nyaman koye Ghana be show Ghana show
correct
yes nyamitase nti yankopon se boa ho no so boa nti central for this is the time to demonstrate our commitment to the national cause national cause number 1 Modi kan assembly nti what if peace is the ultimate
price
okay nti enya asomdwe nti me be try na program say bia yen dwunu ho you should weigh the consequences and then you should tailor our messages
okay ene page akire fa hwe camera ni mu
we are for peace
okay mintie we
nti peace you want peace preeminent very bia there se baby can be obi ba we fredo wo studio na nka se on fasum juba
ye mute no tena adwin si so
you are in charge say if a president I could be I'm in charge say member I report to you
correct
yes member can meye It's a minister Mosor.
No correct.
It's a minister Mupui.
No correct.
Stamp your authority. Obia whose program bia some change bia. Stamp your authority on your programs.
No correct.
And show that you are in charge.
In charge. No correct.
Obia on cancel say on can and some of as dream back.
Unifree so.
Unifree do.
And fane makura.
At all.
No correct.
At all.
Okay.
See, home be taking.
That's it. But yeah, can ya na electronics no so also e ka ho bio. Ya na it say radio TV pay. Printing.
Print. Print no so can
Mm-hmm.
print. Say me be bia no. Nti say also electronics. So bibo printer someone here papa. On fast me ba mon can cry. Don't review. Don't review cry. Don't review.
Okay.
Today dan them session is go fu bi on waso. You more publicity too much.
No correct.
You more publicity too much. When hear that oxygen of publicity all time you more fair. Them stories on fan share it your baby keke.
Yan kai be wu naturally.
Exactly. Na ma oda simdri ma tuntum baban. Yam fan ko.
No. Yada President Ghana Journalists Association ora fa money ase na mama Gladys Binding so yada o ma say Youth for Peace Summit inti eno na ye hwe na no pen komo twetwe na ha na edi besie de edu so no editors forum na say editors nso wo mo chefa so mo so di nkomo na yakọ so week yi mu nyina no ma betena se na o man hene na fe ya hwe abobo ho bidi afia amankwa tamaklo meko no man hene kwabna sante atwaso.
And I am the Papa Podobia. He said candidate uncredible. Candidate uncredible. You know what, Abaman? Because so also a credible candidate. Are you credible candidates? Officer, the man Samuel our evidence. Ibisan there. 92. There's a banner or just 92 by NDC. Apart from propaganda. When you shake na mama be in town. If it's an some as a higher ministerial position, it's a lack of understanding of governance. Because if a central regional, you are regional minister of Yanmabo, you are minister chief executive of Yanmabo. So in the constituency, the president has given a ministerial position to someone in the constituency, and it's coming from your quarter town. So if you say that, you don't know. I am not a minister. But the development projects, Yaba Bemi, Nakasanukum, sea defense. 8 years of NDC, went to my sea defense. If you go to Anmabo, there is a sea defense. If you come to Sopon, 8 years of NDC, we had a regional minister who comes from Sopon, Victoria Park. He couldn't do it. 5 years, go to Victoria Park. It is there. If you go to Abiaze Domnase, NDC Edbooks, what's why Abiaze Domnase Road, go there, it is there. If you go to Mankasim, we are doing ASOTF 4 years. I'm minister. So if you come here to sit there on your ministerial position, he lack of understanding of governance. The fact that NDC one time one more be minister does not mean that or they have a first time one more minister. So he cannot decide. But what I want to tell him is whether there is a ministerial position or there is no ministerial position. In terms of road infrastructure, Sopon is the funded town of Infantsman. I am the Papa Podobia. He said candidate uncredible. You know what, Abaman? Because so also a credible candidate. Are you credible candidates? Officer, the man Samuel our evidence. Ibisan there. 92. There's a banner or just 92 by NDC. Apart from propaganda, when you shake na ma ka bi ncha ebisa na asam as a higher ministerial position it's a lack of understanding of governance because if a central regional you were regional minister of Yanmabo you were minister chief executive of Yanmabo so in the constituency the president has given a ministerial position to someone in the constituency and it's coming from your town. So if you say that, you don't know. I am not a minister, but the developmental projects, sea defense, 8 years of NDC, went to my sea defense. If you go to Anmabo, there is a sea defense. If you come to Sopon, 8 years of NDC, we had a regional minister who comes from Sopon, Victoria Park. He couldn't do it. 4 years, go to Victoria Park. It is there. If you go to Abiaze Domnase, NDC Ed books. What's Waya Abiaze Domnase Road? Go there. It is there. If you go to Mankasim, we are doing ASOTF. 4 years. I'm minister. So if he come here to sit there on your ministerial position, he lack of understanding of governance. The fact that NDC one time one more be minister does not mean that other ever first time one more minister. So he cannot decide. But what I want to tell him is whether there is a ministerial position or there is no ministerial position. In terms of road infrastructure, Sopon is the founded town of Infantsman.
Well, Yasaba, Damina must say a train common so in the next 45 minutes. You better wrap up your common, but you know, some for you now trim me noon temper and then you could pay more a year infantiman Sopon to be precise, a year mensing a year Rashibi Ojina onum, a could di a san common, a call Kwanza Hayford, a could di sa en common. Unfortunately, yeah, say the on Kayan watch as for assassins. So the information that we've gotten, I know I be bribia the embassy, Yebeka say, and as Yebeka say, the embassy can say the a year one a dijuma or Shimuno, Edbetuja, but the name tran say none of the Brana Wako, this local community engagement around 11:20 Okofi and Kwemukafo Ejina Nation. Na on board the driver too. Now on also it will be a cana HSA in seminal aqua bibri. Yaka say the infantiman in Pesaso a honum aye a rehoye pa. You didn't come to dona a found, but you could try a honium brand. Did the old infantiman salt pond your coy now to me pepper and another pay. And then do I say Sabre about 8 no abetinasia on an animal to on a train say ebedu one breso na metimini won edi eye enkomo ana fofie entimi anto ata another pay de yati enye papasa ebe abusuan yakọ yere ne ma se bi wo ho a emomu nyina yakọ na yama MPP amanyuku no yakọ the bigger picture is on my Ghana enso yakọ na yahye nyina won krai se ba ni se enso a wo eye nkomo bi anase information bi ebetima boa masa nipa won tu sa anamon we anya ni so asefem ahudwi no watimi ayibambo for asutire entempa na yetimi ahwese de ebetimi ato obia ayamhye beba beto so but de ebetima ka che won say ye kan akoma ato ye yem no na ye presi ebe hye a specific enyunase eno ni nyame bambo because the state, individuals, our wives, our friends, family, our work, our colleagues, you know, it looks as if things are falling apart and the center is not holding. And here to be established and preserved under a very good tree, a boy. Yakwaba, Yaba, Yabato and Commons. Well, Edamuna was here trying to come to Ewahanu say, and the sad one it's Yenya Bema, Yekasei, Oko, Infantimana, Yenya Ekoa, Onka Tiasifo, Assassin. It's so sad. Ojurenwa Intiasiana Ding, especially when just the Badwam crew, just a week, 2 weeks today, and then the Cotinas here could be in Como. Ewo ne constituency nti me je dis en komodo do na so akoso ewo Mfantiman ana ebi akoso enso ewo nkran ha ebetie nkomo ne bi. This is a playback of 2 weeks today. They call ya na ebusan about the constituency and anamo awo tu honum and the osusu se obetimi etu account yentie san nkomo ebi na embra back
our evidence ibisan there 92 there's a banner or just 92 by NDC apart from propaganda when you shake na mama come even talk there ibisan as some as a higher ministerial position it's a lack of understanding of governance because if a central regional your regional minister of Shanmabo your minister chief executive of Shanmabo. So in the constituency the president has given a ministerial position to someone in the constituency and it's coming from your town. So if you say that you don't know, I am not a minister, but the development project Yaba Bemi Nakasanukum sea defense 8 years of NDC went to my sea defense. If you go to Anmabo, there is a sea defense. If you come to Sopon, 8 years of NDC, we had a regional minister who comes from Sopon, Victoria Park. He couldn't do it. 4 years, go to Victoria Park. It is there. If you go to Abiaze Domnase, NDC Ed books. What's Waya Abiaze Domnase Road? Go there. It is there. If you go to Mankasim, we are doing ASOTF 4 years. I'm minister. So if you come here to sit there on your ministerial position, he lack of understanding of governance. The fact that NDC one time one more be minister does not mean that or they have a first time one more minister. So he cannot decide. But what I want to tell him is whether there is a ministerial position or there is no ministerial position. In terms of road infrastructure, Sopon is the funded town of Infantiman. I am the Papa Podobia. He said candidate uncredible. You know what, Wabaman? Because so also a credible candidate. A credible candidate. The man Samuel our evidence. Ibisan there 92 there's a banner or just 92 by NDC apart from propaganda when you shake na mama come even talk there Ibisan as some as a higher ministerial position it's a lack of understanding of governance because if a central regional your regional minister of Shanmabo your minister chief executive of Shanmabo. So in the constituency, the president has given a ministerial position to someone in the constituency and it's coming from your town. So if you say that you don't know, I am not a minister, but the development project Yaba Bemi Nakasanukum sea defense 8 years of NDC went to my sea defense. If you go to Anmabo, there is a sea defense. If you come to Sopon, 8 years of NDC, we had a regional minister who comes from Sopon, Victoria Park. He couldn't do it. 4 years, go to Victoria Park. It is there. If you go to Abiaze Domnase, NDC Edbooks, what's why Abiaze Domnase Road? Abiaze Domnase Road, go there. It is there. If you go to Mankasim, we are doing ASOTF. 4 years. I'm minister. So if you come here to sit there on your ministerial position, he lack of understanding of governance. The facts there. NDC one time, one more be minister. Does not mean that other about first time, one more minister. So he cannot decide. But what I want to tell him is whether there is a ministerial position or there is no ministerial position. In terms of road infrastructure, road infrastructure, Sopon is the founded town of Infantsman.
Well, programs director Adom FM, Akwasi editor. Asemna bo me pisa about move and chemina. My message thoughts ne kakra along the line.
Yes, sad.
Nti me wa makwaba.
Yeah,
and also good show. When you team no Titus Glover,
exactly.
Former mayor, no. It was wild.
Massive. Like I say, rally bina.
Yeah, it was really
organized.
On radio, you could feel the heat.
Edu baby na, it was a break a granny bonyum na, a calming down tension.
Yeah.
We shared that we had two parties, no, two candidates, no, a buyer na, pressure, na crowd, no, the we are mudio muchini. Nyasam kitwa ultimu setema east one of the constituencies I was here yeniko.
Okay.
Because say nra what see wo honum anything to go by 2020 December no hobe shiga
akosiba ya baba tiase say abato no say the no atigo ni Adom FM crew de call tema no enye entokwa adwene a ye kire enye nipakum enye atrodie enye ntwato so ye kire adwene se ye nyina epesi efiri a ekokum ase party we si ono no obekwa kofa kofodua we si obefa sunu ba akokwa do so obefa Cape Coast ya betisa
democracy de yin efi 1957 ye ko yenim kakra na soja bayamba.
Okay, memo to assume me say enia bema Richard Kwajonya akon Richard Machiapom to say unfortunately.
Now, entino ye ko yenim ni abani Fourth Republic yi efi 92 na etumi gina ne naso abisinde. Ene utun sa fei nipa na eto aba no nipa na ye amanyo sem no omo ti no ma bi ase. Ni nyina ne say esentwe dwuma na aboa papa. Omo ahin no program Badwam wafa NDC ni wafa MPP no mote ho. Na ubise bisa munsem no mu yi ano.
Okay, what don't remember say about. So Richard Machiapom to say hello, Richard. Hello, Richard.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Richard. Hello, Richard.
Hello.
Richard.
Yeah, it's okay.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Richard.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Major say, oh, Biasa, sir, Asemenye Papa Yesi. What's happening now?
Well, so, Yabahasena, from Hafoding now, but Abba Bibiateno, the residents of the MP. Chese, a senior graduate Kosoana and Yasam Kitwa. A binum chese, a dear binum said that boy Mutimu for some mobile name, and yet I'm Robert Diana. Yes, I mean, the narratives, have been so many different. We know, so Kase, Amakasa share within their party, what really happened. And the DAC and it's a Moko campaign. Moko campaign, or Kasa campaign team going in the kind. The campaign going in the around 11:30 p.m. Now, no so ever, but until more Banam Dukem or an articulated track to be a state to nti ohona nkofo film renimu by omungira nti driver ni yese obetu driver film na omu shoot driver no driver no na omushutu eche time ba akoka ntina ese car no kwa yeye na mo do mu nyina se omunti fom eti according to one narrative say yenya ye ba family house yenya ni chese the ordered omu bisa say why na ko ko kansa he for no say nia no chance so ni omo kasa na mo say ai wona wo ye mpundijuma wo krum ha ni ade I mean this is coming from a purely political person an executive of the party okay eti ono no I can't say no say amuka munyina aka ho na omo mai mu aye de ni nti omu shoot no twice in the spine nti ono de police for ni ade ba o me fa no kwa hospital there for anya media driver no say no we are told this driver no hospital ne nsa nyeni ni nyina no ntimi mfa yesi nti ono so mu ku so omo hwe na ye omo hwe na yare na omo de emu no efi upon government hospital edinako Cape Coast Teaching Hospital at the moment very kasenti I had a didru akasa manfo wa ha no enye nsam keto mo mu suisu nti esi ana yere no omo na fa baby kakra because asam no anu enya eni so ya o ma mienu nti oba ba ko be ma ba ko nti ye betimi aka wo ho no at the moment no Central Regional Police Command had dispatch team omo called the very senior same way AC until we are within the community mankesi bebia MP no the resident no anase bebia te no na no okase.
Okay, so party mpanyinfobia ba ho ana.
Well, party mpanyinfo no regional minister omba yehu no ahasi but they are also making moves because when him said asem we see and see how much omo chele ntem nti omo didi di hun komo ni ade enu nti omo emu no e dey free support government hospital omo de ko nti we understand say omo so kra na ma me no ne wife no omo after the dia say otumi etina na asem we atu ma me no enya asema eda fom ama opa consistent dia ama for AC say impulse obedi empty for the past 4 years no or born home the empty day dia na oye apan omo ama contract ne no home ka kan woni ade pa wo twani nyina ja oye say na electoral commission ebe and the nomination no now also na parliamentary candidate for the new patriotic party I'm sure that the party they are thinking within themselves say omo beto as quickly as possible no mobilize na otia copy form na wa file the necessary documents na wa file as idea the MPP might not be able to get a representation to contest this election as far as the election 2020 is concerned.
Okay, so I'm sure that those details is the party the media and come electoral commission but yeah kase who is call Hayford Kwanza there na betimi aka fa no what did you say?
Well, for Kwanza Hayford, it was December 24, 1970. When they currently we did 49. In December 24th, now we did 50. If you now mammy, wawari ofin fantaman our degrees, master's degrees, amount for ne omo constituency, omo don the power ye, omo say of brand of wasi, of guadia. Na oyobia fantamani mpunto edda na kuma so pa ani ntina omoto abama ne se omejirem na onhwe na mpunto abeba mputo bi ehia bia ma fantamani so onfambra intimi akasa na I've had some two contacts with him and nyina purely developmental o share the Anamabo Fisheries College road the ma contract and currently it's under construction and other developmental projects anytime they are menino are associated and they were purely the development of the people here. Minimum for Kwanza Hayford no. Okay, so the first term in Parliament here, okay, some Fantaman constituency. A constituency as a mobile every year or call twice. And after I say we are Kwanza so ever twice or no fee NBC. And no AJ friend saying Asunyano that was 2016 now. Say all present or back on the second term.
Okay, so finally, Richard, back to the road. Articulator no na say nipa na on to say na mo no fi nwe mu na say on fi articulate him na
sana binumo ka say na binumo articulator na say na binumo fi nwe ni mu nti ka ne dru ho na mo stop for mo a nti na ka ne mu no na ne vice constituency vice chairman ka no ho na one other person na the driver no Ntomo na work and mo da ema omo da for mo gigi omo mobile phones ni ade no bi sa ni se na on fasika wo no si omo call campaign tike bia eni no ho na omo identify ni wie na omo body so na that particular stretch of road na nya this is not the first time asem we esi ekwani ye the shortest road udu mankesi man ka obetumi afa edi ekosi abrodu nko afa asimfu so ato aso akokumasi but ekwani ye ni ntiji se de bia okọ ekodu yamransa na afa yamransa ansa wa fa
very short
ekwani ye no so na isum so wo so nti omo kotete de die isum wo no na omo edi sa yamransa mo.
Well, Richard, Mamena say I'm sure say and the whole day there why you ni ewo central region there only nobody enkomo but yada say yeso Gigi adwinche no na hwehwia na ya hweye when we are back on track no asa aboye enkomo e gina wo so na abusuafo ne adofo nyina NDC MPP amanyuku ni Ghana nyina ye mo e nyina ye ho hyeden ene yakọ titu oyere ne ma ojo omo achi ene abusia enti yada say pi. Well, Richard and Nakasa, but I'm getting a lot of text message. Time I will share a conversation in relation to Temano. It's interesting now because it looks as if you say Odampton, is that correct?
Odampton.
Yeah.
Odampton.
A potential to give
exactly
Titus Glover.
Oh, I mean, honestly speaking, when you said Titus, an ardent orator, communicator, but I was really impressed by Odampton or by ultimately well organized or by or fast sector by sector nema why as an MC for the area we na fe or the innovation too. But of course when we say Titus so a big wig or ukotema or presence, I mean he identifies with ordinary people and him for no 2 minutes for. But you see the good thing about near course and say the campaign no multimedia the elections headquarters Yabua amana ye issue based. Nti enya debi nti say ye kasi bra debate ni bi. Yen egosi sen for the ya moye. Eni ye de ya ye friend the big debate series. Nti uba na say woni hwe kan. It's ebe daddy. And no one muti radio so nyina be hu say we empty. Nti I think say that is the way to go. Say near akwese kan no. Yeah, we have come a long way. And they say nye adepatwa ne I
see, and that's CP. And your team once again, congrats. It is based on fallout here now because for that constituency. I know most of the constituencies, potential for change, very high, both sides.
The American we share trend now. It favors the MPP, but Titus should be very careful. We share time or the one they with 3 votes. And now
this is Titus' second term.
Third term. Yes.
Third term.
Right. Then second time was stretching with a little over 4,000. That is quite good. But not only campus.
Oh no, loose grounds that.
Not campus.
No more penalty.
Now, omodi omwankasa muhuni pa ye odamti naba. Ono so ye typical Ghana.
To say Titus.
To say Titus now.
Also kasa hodori nyina.
Exactly. Intinu Titus should be very careful because one very, very, very interesting.
And the dynamics are interesting. When Kanka consider no say first no not central any east no boom. Any T central no central near an elitist area a MPP stronghold. But on say baby I call show no I tema new town. A hono ye NDC stronghold. But Titus war me tie history ni kakra ono ni maami fi ho no but Odampton ni papa fi ho enti both of them so enti ama I am very 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 interested very very interested
but me it will be extremely difficult for Odampton say over first time 4,000 votes a little over 4,000 votes deficit obetima close to gap because your first friend here in information be a menyan figures be a obe close gap no pa but it is not likely he will win.
Okay, but so, you know the other interesting thing is when you say Odampton because of say no mayor mayors development agents MPs are law making people it is only in a part of the world that I say force MPs are development agents and see no enrano Otimi ebo niema waye.
But that's not the responsibility of the MP.
That is not the responsibility of the MP. Unfortunately, the MP is playing to his strengths. titles person or no so much in the cinema but who can stand a bad day because exactly and I feel say a lot of the former MCs are only MPs in Econo. These are the things that they will use to.
Okay. Interesting. But we are just a tip of the iceberg.
Exactly.
This is the election that was
exactly.
Okromoti power.
Yes.
The way that so much.
Show down.
Oh, when I did you Kakano. We are trawa, but the cocoa on one paper. We just go on the power. Show down. It's when they chop for me the idea. One more the identity be the casa found to your house. No. Yeah, the uncle for being fiam. Baby. You can't say the city. The can also a pepe and as I say margin of error never back manageable, very manageable. Indeed, for our to election headquarters, so Kokromoti power. Now I am Fiafia and some will be on 6 amber than 9 and for 18 so I'm down 17.
Color TV, flat screen, kept why you be now got black and white.
So back to the conversation. I think that because of how sensitive it is, no, people say very brief, maybe probably a little bit of history in relation to these matters and a certain perception that Bribia does a 3 months to election as a SAS BBC you say election is at the moment. Mama Shasa Kwasi, yeah, then I become for did you in here Akobani say.
Infantimine, very sad, it's very unfortunate. JB Dankwa is still fresh in the minds of Ghana Funina as see a mum could deal with Casemo in Huomo. And that we so about Tosum. But me sure, the Yinano, a Rukasem ma omon politicizing. Omo yes, I pay one mom could disanswer money on before Wendy. If you say, Selbaji will be quite free in Semono. Nippon spin doctors no more and our party no Juma why omo yin free. Omo yin free. We a purely murder case. And I'm Mr. Police for so omo mani nkono manwu Alex Mode omo ko attack him. We did the story enra. Or ye the campaign was Ashanti region ejusu honu baby. Omo ko attack no. Nyame nko a on any team. Etu gina so omo yiji omusika no made nyina. Ade anche na we nso asi. It is a police for no. Omo ma omani nso ekọ amanyofo no. Na ka memi susu ye ne say campaign teams na wo constituency no. Ya mom police. To say the presidential candidate because no man ever enye 275 constituencies. Enti no wo hwe babia especially when you cross na highway that kwan so no highway robbers wo. This is not the first time oma okotwa nkofo kwam agidi omusika akuomo. Ya run a couple of stories wo sa nyamran sai kwa simfo sim sa kon bypass because a kwan nye no do how slow down. Into slow down so omo to be them. Who slow down no mamba. Then no at that on holy hour no na MP ni year campaign tip off. Then because Robert
hardly passes.
Exactly. I confuse him say MP for no politicians ko campaign omo kutiska. Omo kutiska omo year campaign. It is sika so mo do adoso. And as I tell you, young coach, exactly.
Intent might be the Sicano.
But who say, what shall the name with my shannon swar? Oh, no, baby. Oh, no, baby. Into Crawford, the Amroba Baufia, Siutrasi. We see Trasia, and she'll be at the Ompeno, Omanyanko, who pay you when you born and who's a woman. Una unia, that's identification parade, which may Yinama. In the Cobanza, as a mintino, police for no M1. Moment you so do me politics so there be any police for number.
Tigo.
In fact, how much me sorry I mean who story no. Who dream. Because echo media people they nyina enim no. Or a very nice person. Na just like that oko. Or mami you know. Eja omo ho. Ni businesses or one employees or more depending on it. So say businesses near manage businesses in year. That is the end. So many lives would be frustrated. But you see, I think sir, it is about time we begin to ask some questions about protection. I was here Dima MPs. But before I about protection in Sukran, encouraging the person cashless. I think the political parties Tisani akwesika they must begin to look at say umbeko cashless with their campaign activities because say nipa ne dwen say sika e crowd now the two come now will call baby the tendency for them to attack is very very high and you know me feel say parties nankasa na was see almost form security serious say we move from one community now them say campaign trail na adiasa na baby a wo fi call the next village no unam sumu a obetimi aye police arrangement local police station I wo obeti no ya mo meboa na at least mo escorting me to the next village all these things and as sika ye kra no bebrebe I di go boot mo di campaign na no I was see at least you reducing nyina kakra but the time has come say you bisa ye hu say MPs no I was see a mom protection and then na me ni MP ba ko di nkomo na me bisa say na say ma hu say dey be police di wachi o say dey be o ti go just anete esan say me ye deputy minister no enunti na ama me police na ye na nka me ye ordinary MP a nka me ni protection and I think that the Interior Ministry must begin to look into this and pass a very important arm of our governance system, our legislature. No, yema executives ne mom protection, yema judiciary mom protection. Adena legislature no, mom protection.
But say conversation ebana
na people get emotional about it. And they say me platform ba could be anami also obi say say I'm robbery they see me ordinary people all the time. But it is not the same. It is not the same. Nipa udi bisa say MPs nipa hina kambo matu abamom. A high risk job. And I was see a mom protection. And on any day we be samia metu abama the fact say was see a mom protection.
But the point is that MZ could say it good a very important yaba. Ye pesi ye to say the ubia and you be a pet. Which is not so. Debbie am cousin.
There's inequality in the system.
But nipa be no understand the mentality.
When him say electoral commission a close nomination ne. Wama notice of full. Ansa na wudi ACA came to into aban. E what that constituency for parliamentary. Isi Professor Janamwa in 2000. Is it a certificate of?
Yeah.
And a ma uwe. It man to abano. Let answer mukwakoto the yere anti Cecilia kwa yes. And you know, eze who say Sadia no esi sana obi wu a that's why a candidate. Even presidential a very risky. Framers of the constitution there's a gap. Because so many now file it like manisi sumunam presidential candidate back to say
there's a problem.
There's a problem yet to be to abandon.
Yeah, because you go there okay. So platforms. Yeah. We respect Nkwabia.
Exactly. Very important. Say your security.
Ebesin ne ade ba ko kami bia mkaza akra Kumasi road. Ye hwe ne nya ho adwuma. Atitiri wu pa ba say say urologist for.
Yeah.
Yes. Amuna bia ye kaya because they are scarce in the system.
Yeah.
Nzanko for we pa no ya hwerom ne besin ne Accra Kumasi road still you were challenge on that road.
Exactly.
Men kase ni pa hwere omo kwa de bia nye possible. Ko Accra bia ye hwere no ne ho emfaso ma kwa no ebusua no namfo no ene de keka but ye dance. Ye dance.
Based on
bia ye say ye kan some na ye di emotions minim say am kan etwa mamati as ye emotion mu amani bruso to the extent say na de na e bia me mabusu ani ewu but enye the same wabusu ani ben na nipa be ya pimpim akotena ba bi say ye to abama e be once mo abom apeja oba so oni anim ni de o say
there's a quality about
respect na say mo di man no na leadership uko bible mu krampo na leadership is recognized. Bible no krasi yemfa ni die ema omo die enim. Nti ultimate nka say the fact say MPs ordinary people are dying till no MP ni wu it's normal. That be we can't.
Once you talk about leadership, you also bring an point the Unyami Shila. Konomari Benina very very relevant. Once you talk about leadership, no, let me take this opportunity. Say yen o my Ghana for. Ya can di for Unyami o madum na yan kasa tu yen. Ye yomu NDC flag bearer, PPP, CPP, PNC, they are not just normal human beings. Any dia ese fata. We have to give it to them.
Exactly.
Yemra shimbeja for. Yes, send for. One of would just so. In fact, when you start giving yourself those needed and according to yourself those needed respect, and one no man who say a pejakwa, ne pejako, but Bibi Adano, you are not prepared anyhow.
One say politics near here, many a bit take time kakra. Sisi akra tem didi en kra kofom. And this can you compare 92, 96, 2000. And you any poto, but media, a human the Ubo for central for a year. In the ma omo to abano who said there be. Sa MPP ni NDC for cry di o mechi kun tokwa nkra. And yes, I just on betra TV so. Omo kasa fe omo kun tokwa obi amu exactly ne kun tokwa there be. Enti mi giri say sani the ubedwuma na ekoso no enchechire na ekoso no na nipa dodo so esua nwoma ekwachiri enti bo say insakra bebem American politics over 300 years almost starting yende insakra de famu yoma famu da na kwa na ye omanya de omo enti no onyankopon ya adom na ye democracy nke bi menka bi ye adwuma no etoa so a mfie duonu mfie oha echire na ye da so ti onyame emefa ne manko ne ete wa bo se nsakrai bibiri beba afie beti ase se MP nya kwan MP onye mpuntudwuma ohye na mom otumi ko eko twi bibi e de bre ne mpeso so DC na ye kwan ndi se feeder roads highways DC na ye mpuntudwuma wo mpatam ndi se mpuntudwuma anko ne yi a me fa subon ko bo MP me de bebo DC because nipa no amemmu no afi wate ase nti so wo MP ufupa na be ka kire me say me mokwa me ba me ya me so wudi ntro me hu say nya bodwuma no nti graduate sense ntro ye bodwuma bibiri ye na ye nya dwuma no na nko na ni bi say de kokromoti power ye
on say leadership as some na wo kan say would ridicule leader say ye wa hey oman na ye badwam fo ye wa he nyina yi oman na ye di enim na me kotena baabi na me kan oman ho asem ya kire nkrofo a
wa na ogu
ni pa ne be feel say oman na me say no be ma say obi a owo badwam no so sana leadership tie enti say ye obi so a presidential candidate e wo Ghana na u ridicule u di nanim twitwi form na say ebia wutu kwan da wunti ase because say wunya figure na pe na wo kona say nipa no image a wa create ama no brand a wa create ama ne ye brand a nipa hu ni pe na ne ho estra u Ghana ni ukwa sa because let me tell you say u tu kan na uko ba bia the first time I called South Africa we were about 8 West African students in from West Africa, Mali, Burkina, Cameroon, Nigeria. You could do a hotel bia you call ya no much check is a mine. Also we went in a group now you were going to lodge. Guy no shame him pe I said on say na me mama no apa akra na we akomu kakra no. O see you are from Ghana me say I. O see abedi pele na me say I. Abedi pele no. O see odimiki mama first because if Ghana abedi pele.
Yeah, see.
That is what branding does for a country. Na nipa no dodo na ntia say when we say branding, we are talking about say ye boni pani din the first thing that comes to people's mind. And to say a product bia and a service bi na wo render and as nipa titru bi na ye boni din ye boni din no e die na be ba wo trimu first.
Abedipele.
Yes. And ye wo school no me catch them microphone say obetimi aye rascal. Obetimi aye yi but one that say me kotra baby na say me pe ye see me recommend you obi na ye man adwuma ye bo din a as obi a me ye wo classmate no e die na be ba me trim ne be ba me trim ne ye say wu no ye wo school no na wo leading crofom ye ko nu wi and as wo leading crofom ye ko yesin those are the things that people must always think of. Branding.
Exactly. Okay, Madam, we'll end up with one or two. I must say, yeah, that's not me. Did she needed to come this far with her independence?
Why are they papa? What few mukakra? Because MPP from Koye home working here. I can't this in the first.
I must say. Oh, say if you want, so politics no person will chair.
Yeah.
this decision here what take and then they didn't be do any nka wo fa the other decision na nka that is the end of her political life.
So why are they
enti yes wa say
everyone are doing na pick information
our guy be on mo too fire kra me sure say by now the 10% na calm down enti
so why are they
congratulations why are
it's a political strategy
so
ns me ya nyonko ns so eyi bia ohun amase immediately na on presenting osiabe some concrete be mama
wind up COVID
the figure is around 303 the last time I checked
political rallies in Vienna.
Oh yes, rallies ni dey hu pa.
So protocols enye juma. Adom FM crowd running story. Ye ni Ghana Health Service for they've condemned it.
Yeah.
Protocols ni enye juma amount for you the free COVID. And no TSM no mo.
Was there any way out anka? Yeah, political leaders, yeah, political parties, now competing my own campaign void of
but to be frank with you, political parties omu try say omu beyama omu followers are respective protocols e be crack check a face mask a bit. I'm telling you, they are doing everything possible. Me see Cape Coast, me no know Cape Coast. As la usumu, they took tape measure and measure the distance between one seat to the other. Yeah. But we are here no.
Jam.
Abonti hono.
Jammed.
No, so I think that it is about we the people.
So my suggestion that nightclubs should open, stadiums should open to full capacity, should open early.
Say name here you say baby or honor say it's too close that we are not being fair to the people.
Exactly my point.
If there is any institution that is still closed, we are not being fair to them. I have more respect to the president. We are not being fair to them.
And me appeal to even education minister say baby dunia na yemi schools because the motima ye because most
come the teachers is private school teachers any teachers no why can say teachers eh clean na be our school driver be or driving for and want to be driving on na the school economy is a big one. So I think say we are not being fair to them.
Because and they will share a buses are fruko ya. We are trotro ya. Ultimate the animal now share trotro zituma. Trotro be 12 no. Obi no share those buses.
And it's your move for full capacity.
And to be honest with you, I think say your researchers no so more. I think there must be some we must commission a certain kind of research into the performance of COVID in the tropical regions. Make tropical regions are you want baby a highest no. I think say COVID the impact it's different from what happens elsewhere in the temperate. And you see na you be say say you panicky too much ana.
Well, me fa no ma me anyway wrap up back with the memo vested interest. Ana back with the idea madam for back am ne radio Peters atono ndi de bia me say Eradi hu nyina mo World Site Day. Challenges with our site. Very.
And you say me na also me interest pa.
No, but the more interest here, me am the ama me ho as a breast cancer ambassador.
Okay.
Di manya da.
Yeah, me aware.
But my say as sure. Me am the ama me ho. Ana maji bra koji nim de no. Ndi de bia da me make sure say so no pabo so we dey me friend ya go fi nya hoden so me fom fom e fom so o ye itu etege go sa onya daji se do sa to asesa kakra na o de to kakra na upiaba na o se adua bi wo mu anasa baby wo mu moment abi feel ya baby one no then there's a problem. But the person said, and then men you now so abono for. In the account so abono for. Oh, so can nipa wa. It that members who are now examine.
But I get what be a chimadwe. O say e mayo no so mo do stage bi no mo ba. I didn't hear na back akra wo mo. And so now,
but there's a difference.
Okay.
Interested in the hard aspect of it.
Just snap clarification. Into of course.
Of course, some what doubts are. My mom, this edgeman. It will doubt. Yes, I will doubt. I'm not my referring to be specialist.
I don't know what the to me and mommy.
Oh, you ask us to do baby. Remember your baby, yes.
Now, my baby, I say, dear gross, very, very, my say what the dear church. Now, because I last time, a year ago, now, we are ready. Now, it's now, we are who campaign, but so far, no. Nim dear Crowy, apart from we why an examination. What's the examine?
As you say, the Padua to benefit. The multimedia say, what to me, Allah. Before you go anyway, every woman say, if you good enough, imagine and you want away.
And I saw a color blind to vigilantes.
So, it is very important that month. Monko examine. And remember, it was a see and 70 say, Chichi, or no answer called the fab, Umpokano, a bit my pie, ta. The woman smoothing Munsanim, and a young one is you. Logos, own afraid I may what my white tea, and now what in Barry, Latany Bema on Debbie. You demonstrate how romantic your hand should be and can be and is. Do not daji boko, what the wasasa.
Oh,
yes, sir, you get full access.
Okay.
Oh, my so demonstrate your bedroom.
No, not full access.
Oh, I be there.
Full access. On san order name come boko moto bozo pia boko. So what problem with obedwa or challenge with sergeant in the mreyo? What the can about the pediano?
What kind me? Mama,
be now.
And open me sister me direct.
Yeah.
Breast cancer nikun.
Oh,
yeah, very sad. She died about I think 3 years ago. Not ikofodia oni nikun. Omuhu ye no. Na ye too late. Time ye frame ya because ye mfa ne nko kolebu ye kodu kolebu no na say I can't liver. Emua didi mu anche bia na ofimu. Nti I think say wutie na say ne ye kan wo feel say bia ye stress nti agrobi ne ye dia e serious. Ye say wo fan serious. So funny serious say we examine your breast no unya the slightest idea say bibi e ko wronger say uko na uko seeki attention but one say you mentioned two things when oh my to be honest with you me share glasses enti ya na nipa ne bi enti say yakasi weni no say wo bo ho ban ya nipa ne bi enti ase a look the bia me kan say wo ba dwuma mu ha nipa share glasses no ye doors kakra obi oho ne ni no utimi say was okoji glasses or so onye
o tweva so
no straining na na e bedu time obeko no na ginsem
pressure ba be da so
and it's very important on say opa call any of our terminals ne ye friend lorry stations no ne hwe drivers egu ho na bisa say omumu de wahi na share glass na accident see me need scientific data bia to prove say drivers need be any correct but minimum say be brain so any correct
any crime you would do say na etimi akọ say e bia boso mi say bia no ye ni no
it's important say I think say minimum say who koji driving license ye hwe wani but nipa na gi the first driving license na wie no enu ano no. And occasionally, I think say site savers, any organizations are more interested in the eyes. No, they should go to those establishments. No more a comprehensive eye test. I know. Obiani ni die. Mimi die ne say. Ade no we chira. Na ye blur. Michelle we are. Na ye very clear. In fact, Michelle we are. It me clear class say. Wow, no one share glass. Obi su oho no mo a. Ade no we chira wo hu. So ade ni ben na. Nti utimi say. Okra newspaper or person kind or the beko echire saying ansa na wetimi akan that is why Baumia call Dr. Baumia Dr. Baumia call yes me no say me yi the glass there is no text in the world that means to me kind no matter how small the text is make kind enti ye no musa no Baumia call petition Supreme Court petition or say the document ni manner no are you the lens there be no are you the lens na man for say na dey no share lens na we ya de na answer no kind there be onu no dey no ye long sightedness enti ne onu no ade no we kira o hu ni bebre enti o share ni glass and o be hu e ben na or share glass we are ebe magnify ade too much enti wo se oyi nso obetimi akan ne kama enti eni no ye wo hu nimidia ese amanfo esuansia se mi hwe TV a wo se me yiwe ansa na matimi ahwe TV wo se me share ansa na matimi ahwe
you be share promote you be share joint
yeah very important
to
very
important share na eja wo do the promote the management
agwesi no se nyumani be me kasi nkrofo bi ntini ma bi ase a
adwuma you wetima yi
adwuma ya na ye na
o ye o kawasa bu
and you see and you be ase enjoy your weekend but you're careful